Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And today is the final stage of this year's Tour de France. Can you believe it? Paris is upon us. It's not the stage that many sprinters would have wanted. We've got the Monmatre three times. They are going to be circling around the Champs-Élysées. We are going to get those normal loops, but are we going to see a real memorable Stage 21? Last year we had it in Nice, a time trial for the first time in many years. And now we're going to have not the traditional time trial, not the traditional stage. If it was a time trial, that would be very exciting. But we have got it down to the wire. Not really in terms of the GC. It looks a very set picture there. Maybe there's a bit of a friction point between Florian Lipovic and Oscar Onley. Don't know if there's going to happen anything there. And obviously yesterday we saw Jordan Gigart moving up into 10th place. So there is a lot of riders who, I don't know. This is going to be an unknown. That stage, those Cat 4 climbs at the end, that is definitely going to do something. But great to have so many people here. Let me know where you're watching from as well. They're right now doing all the ceremonial pictures. We're not going to get that aggressiveness that we thought maybe, because it's not really a ceremonial stage. It is a GC stage, as Jens Vogt said in the preview. So it's not really a champagne stage, this, but they are treating it anyway with Pogacar over 4 minutes up against Jonas Vingegaard. So I don't think there's going to be anything troubling here for that way in terms of that. But the Tour de Femmes is on as well. That's been quite entertaining with the first two stages. And there's also the Tour of Wallonia happening today. So there's a lot of things. We're going to lose the Tour de France, but the racing keeps going. The Tour of Denmark going up as well soon. But for the time being, the Tour de France is going to be concluding. It's, less than 5% left of the race. So close that they can taste the finishing medal. I don't know if they get a medal if we're just participating. They do get €1,000 per rider that finishes, the teams. Obviously, we'll go through that at a different point. But for the time being, it's looking pretty good in terms of the finishing picture here. Maybe we will get a new rider winning today that hasn't tasted success so far in this year's Tour de France. Many people looked towards Mathieu van der Poel and Wout van Aert doing something here on this stage. No Remco Evenepoel, who won here almost a year ago. So this stage is going to throw up a lot of uncertainties, a lot of question marks as well. So we'll wait and see. And yes, I will get a haircut at some point. Don't worry, guys. The amount of comments that my hair has got this Tour de France on videos and streams is pretty funny. But stage 21, and they've got 129 kilometers still to go. No real breakaway because it is just the ceremonial pictures here. So UAE Team Emirates, they are not going to be the best team in terms of this year's Tour de France. That is going to be going to Visma Lease Bike. So Visma Lease Bike are going to win that team classification. The yellow jersey, we know that. And we'll wait and see. What John Kelly saying, Scott must have been working on his tour payout video. But for the time being, it's looking very good for many of these riders of this tour. I mean, many of these are going to be battled and bruised. And let's just find out how many we've still got in the race as well. So UAE Team members are not going to be finishing this Tour de France with a full team. No Almeida in there. We know that happened. Crashed on, was it stage 7? Just before the Mur Britannia. And then didn't finish stage 9 that day where we had Mathieu van der Poel in a very long breakaway. And we also had Visma Lease Bike in there as well with a full team finishing. So despite not winning the Tour, they're going to be finishing the Tour with all their riders. Soudal Quickstep obviously losing Remco Evenepoel and also Matteo Cattaneo, but other than that, all of them finished. Will be finishing. Obviously, there's no guarantee. Marian Vandenberg as well was the only DNF for EF Education Easy Post. Intermarché Wanty, even though you might not think they've been here, they are almost a full roster. Georg Zimmermann, the German champion, was the only one who didn't start on stage 10. Bahrain victorious. The only rider did not finish, Jack Haig, after stage 7. So he was involved in that Almeida crash. And then Ineos Grenadiers was one of the first teams to lose a rider, and that was Ghana. And then you also lost our man of Carlos Rodriguez, so that's why they're nowhere in GC. Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe, Danny Van Poppel left because we've talked about this before. He was becoming a father, so yeah, left. And there was no more sprint stages left as well. Lidl Trek losing Matthias Kelmos Jensen on stage 14. Groupama FDJ, Cyril Bartet was the only one they lost. Alpecin obviously losing their two superstars of Jasper Philipsen and Mathieu van der Poel. Tour de Pro Cycling full team all the way to the end. So that's going to be 8,000 euros in their bank account. Enric Mas, he left for Movistar, didn't finish stage 18. Stefan Bissinger left on day 1 for AG2R. Cofidis left the race as well, didn't start after, was a broken finger. Kess Bowles and Fedorov, the ones leaving. Fedorov actually not starting stage 20, so close to Paris, but not finishing. Total Energies losing Steph Kras and another rider. Picnic Personnel, full team for them. Israel Premier Tech, full team as well. Lotto losing 2 riders. Leonard van Eertveld and Jasper de Buys, and Uno X, they lost Søren Warenschold after stage 10, right before the rest day, so that was a bit of a shame. Yeah, I think a lot of us are hoping for a few, a few fireworks. But great to have so many regulars in the chat as well. Sarah, I see, Ronda, DB Cooper, Fab Cycling, JP. Yeah, it's Carousel Vertigo, many of you regulars. So it's good that you keep coming back. And our final stage of the Tour de France. Seems like it's been going on for 3 weeks. It has, or more, 23 days. So yeah, we're just seeing the riders here getting ready for the photos. I mean, I think it was last year where they also had like a Danish photo where they had all the Danish riders lined up together. But Astana, I mean, we are going to be discussing when we have all this time as well, who has been the most disappointing team, the best rider. The Super Combativity Award went to Ben Healy as well. So, yeah. So we might ask you guys that as well. Guyana in the chat as well. Yeah, let's ask you guys. We've had 400 of you vote in that one. So we've got still quite a long way, 127.4 kilometers. They're not really getting started with the racing. Was Healy the correct super combative winner? Yes or no? Did you think he was the most aggressive rider, the best one? I think Mathieu van der Poel would have maybe got it. But, yeah, I don't know. But Healy, obviously very aggressive. He stage win, second on Monmatre, having that yellow jersey and really fighting for it. So I think Ben Healy is a very good rider to get it. So I'm going to vote yes. There was a bit of controversy last year, if you remember. I forgot about this until one of my friends told me, and that was, of course, that many people wanted Abrahamsen to win that, but it was instead went to Richard Carapaz, which was maybe more a bit of recency bias. So team of the year as well, rider of the year, we'll talk through all this because the riders are absolutely riding at a granny's pace. My own grandmother could ride at this pace right now. So Little Trek, that green jersey, incredible stat. We've talked about it so many times that Jonathan Milan winning three points classifications out of 3 that he started. So he's won 2 Giros and 1 Tour de France now. So winning the green jersey on his debut is pretty impressive. I mean, I can't think of a rider who's done that since Peter Sagan back in 2012. Is there someone I'm missing out? Not quite sure. Great to have Jonathan as well from San Francisco. Thanks for this year's coverage and commentary. You're very welcome. We'll see how much we do of the Welter as well. Let's hope we get Tadej Pogacar and Jonas Vingegaard. Jonas did say that he is going to go to the Welter. So, yeah, a lot of these riders seem very fed up with the Tour this year. I don't know. It's very weird, isn't it? I feel a bit fed up with the racing to some extent. So they've been very conservative with the racing and at points. But obviously it's still been an interesting addition to see. But the racing was basically done after the second time trial. In terms of that front, they've just kept that distance between the two of them. But who is going to be able to do something here today? Quinn Simmons, is he going to be thinking about this? We're seeing Little Trek towards the front. Very strong effort by them, winning 2 stages with John Milano and taking that green jersey. They've tried really to be up there in the break many times. And Robert Shark is saying, please do lots of the Welter. Okay, sure, we'll do that as well. Who's down for the Welter as well? Pogacar, I think, is still down. He was talking about that he had to give opportunities to his other riders in the team, but I mean, bring them along, and then if they're better than you, they're better than you. Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe lining up as well. I mean, Roglic, what on earth was that a few days ago? That was absolutely crazy. Crazy. Not what I was expecting from him, to absolutely go backwards in the GC. It was almost like he felt guilty that he gained time on Lipovic the day before and then had to compensate somehow, and felt that going backwards in the GC was the best way to do it. Not sure. Obviously, if it paid off, we would all be like, you genius. But no risk, no glory. And sometimes there is no glory, but a lot of risk. So Primoz Roglic, we're seeing Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe here. What have we felt about Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe? I think they've been very unlucky with Mayu's crashing. Roglic has been quite solid. This would be his first finish since 2020. We've said that too many times, I think. So pretty good, I think, for him just to finish in Paris. And Lipovic looking like he's going to take the white jersey and the polka dot jersey. White jersey and the third place. So maybe the dynamic of that team is going to be changing a bit. Let's do least favorite Tour de France. So we'll change the poll a bit. Which has been your least favorite Tour de France? So I think, who was it that said this earlier? I think it was actually Chris, not saying Peter Sagan or Froome, but going for this. So even Chris was feeling a bit bored about this. But 2025, 2024, was that interesting? I'm not quite sure. 2023, 2020, I can't put 2020 with 2 on because that was a great addition. 2021, we'll put that one on. So Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe, we're seeing them. A very strong team. They are finishing with 7 riders. So obviously Danny Van Poppel, the only one. What are we saying as well? His girlfriend isn't racing the Tour de Femme in terms of Tadej Pogacar. I think Pogacar is going to hang out with the girlfriend, not do any kitchen renovation. Oh my goodness, that joke. Oh my goodness, this is going to be lingering. I feel very sorry for Vingegaard's wife because she opened the Pandora's box in terms of media. So, media attention. We will wait and see. But Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe are doing a good job in this tour. I think they could have been on for 3-5, I think, at GC. I don't think they were going to get rid of Oscar only. But if Roglic, if they could have done that. But I mean, for Roglic, I don't think a 5th or a 4th place really does anything for his career. He's a multiple Grand Tour winner. So maybe he did just want to risk it. No stage win, though, for him this year. No stage win since 2020. No stage win for Vingegaard. Well, we don't know. Maybe he can win this year on this stage. But no win for him either this year. First time since 2021. Actually, first time in his entire Tour de France career. He didn't do it in his first year. But of course did finish second. What are we saying? Hamburglar saying, I don't like that poll. I didn't answer. Fair enough. We'll get a new poll going as well. So we'll go for favorite tour. Maybe that is a bit more respectable. But what do we think is going to happen today? I mean, this stage normally quite ceremonial, but there is that very exciting finish that we should probably get up on screen as well, so we can talk about that. But for the time being, it's looking very good. We're very close to 100 as well, so make sure to smash the like button as well if you haven't already. But they're making their way calmly through the eastern side of Paris, or western side of Paris. So yeah, they are gonna get into Paris, and then there's a lot of loops going around the Champs Elysees, around different places. They're gonna be almost, yeah, a bit sick of Paris. They're gonna do a very fast touring of that Paris. So is this gonna be a good one? We don't know. But yeah, it's a shame we don't have much Van der Poel here or Remco Evenepoel, those two guys that were animators in the Olympics for sure. How about a poll on your most iconic phrase? Oh my goodness. Power bazooka, we'll wait to see. We can do that poll as well. Favorite word tick, I guess, by me. But for the time being, you guys have voted for 2025 as your least favorite. That is fair enough. Yeah. Great to have Hamburglar here. 1 month as a member. I should also be putting that competition on. Well, we can do it for tomorrow. So it's a post Tour de France competition giveaway stuff. And I'll make sure to have multiple winners as well to make up for the lack of competitions in the Tour. So most iconic phrase. Yeah, we need 4 options. So you're saying hair on soap. Many of you you like that one. Anything can happen. What? Yeah, power bazooka. So yeah, we'll do that for sure. We'll do that for sure. Sarah saying, the wife should learn to shut up. We all know the press will barbecue you if they can. She knows that too now. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's been quite a rude awakening for the Vingegaard household. Just don't get involved in the press, I would say. They will take the smallest thing and make a story about it, I think. But yeah, we're getting the next team up towards to get photos, and it looks like it's gonna be Arkea. Let's see if we can get some ceremonial photos on the screen as well. UAE Emirates, very, very good by them. I mean, even losing Joao Almeida, I still think the team has been very good. We can do best domestique as well of this year's tour because, yeah, that has looked very, very good for many of these riders. But Tadej Pogacar absolutely winning this. 4 Tour de France, the first rainbow jersey winner to win the Tour of France since Greg LeMond those many years ago. So, same thing that Bernard Hinault's done as well. And yeah, if you're saying those names, you know exactly what category he's in terms of status. But obviously, he's going to be joining Chris Froome in the all-time record book now with 4 victories. Is he going to be winning more? Maybe. Is he going to be winning less? I mean, the form he's showing now, I think 2026 is almost going to be wrapped up as well. But you never know. There's big questions as well. What's going to happen with many of the riders from the Tour de France? Obviously, the transfer market opens next week in terms of the announcement. Obviously, the deals have been done behind the doors as well. The closed doors completely. But Arkea, they're getting pictures. I think Arkea's had a pretty good tour. Vauclin getting in top 10 is a very good result for them. And they've had a bit of a lackluster performances in many races. But obviously taking a stage last year with Kevin Vauclin. So taking a stage last year and then winning, getting inside the top 10 is pretty good. So we'll do your favorite phrases because a few of you are saying it as well. But there's a lot of things that could happen today. There's so many people that could be in contention for this win as well. It depends who has anything left in the tank. It could be a breakaway keeping all the way to the finish as well. So, when we get to 100, we'll change to the favorite phrase that you guys like. But for the time being, they're going very slowly. We could all be riding with them right now. Still very processional, very ceremonial. It's been a long race since Lille. Lille, obviously, and this is the first Tour de France we've seen for a very long time where they've stayed within the borders of France, not dipping into any other country, but doing a very good job just to staying here. And they are just taking it very easy. I wonder when they're going to start the racing. Maybe when we get into Paris, which, I mean, at this race, we're going to be sitting here until tomorrow. So they're doing photos for each team, it seems. Yeah, I mean, who's been the most disappointing team as well? I mean, we are going to do the ranking video, obviously, that's coming up on the Cycling Day Extra channel. But yeah, we'll end that poll as well. Most of you have thought this one has been, yeah, favorite phrase. We'll go with that one. Favorite phrase. So, Healy, he'll pick up more prize money as well for that Super Combativity Award. Great to have Ricky back in the chat as well. We've only almost 400 people in the chat already. Right now we're seeing RKN, BNB. Anything can happen. Like hair on soap. What was the other one you guys said? But yeah, it does look like it's raining in Paris. So that's definitely going to throw up some panic moments as well for the bunch. Could you see if Tadej Pogacar crashes out? What do they do then? Pogacar gets the corner wrong. What do you do then? Do we know? Are they going to like neutralize the race and carry him across the line? Not quite sure. Not quite sure. But let's hope that doesn't happen. Jonas Vingegaard, how has his tour been this year as well? But there is a lot of riders who could do something. Apparently, Vingegaard said he was going to do some classics next year. That would be very, very cool if he does. Maybe he'll do Tour of Flanders, Liège, Bastogne-Liège. I mean, Lombardia later on this year if he got involved with the autumn races. But we'll see if he pops up for that. What are we saying? I'm still trying to look for any more phrases. I don't think I have any more phrases. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, some of you like that one as well. Wow, wow. Wow. But for the time being, it's, I think, Lotto, or it might still be Arkea BNB, just making their way up towards the front, taking photos. But Jonas Vingegaard said he's been better than he's ever been before. So, I mean, that's optimistic for him. Just means Tadej Pogacar has found 3 extra levels that we didn't know Pogacar had compared to Jonas Vingegaard. Carousel Vertigo saying drizzle has ended and now moved east into Paris. Uh-oh. Not very good when you're going up a cobble climb of the Monmatre up to Sacré-Cœur. And we will see if anyone's going to make use of this. But they're still taking it very easy. No one's really going for it. So we have a very calm period to discuss what we thought about the Tour de France, best riders, all these things. So, yeah. I mean, team that has surprised me the most, I think Kevin Vauquelin with Arkea BNB, very good job to get inside top 10, I think. Obviously, Oscar Onley in 4th place. Who saw that coming? Absolutely incredible performance by him with a very, well, not completely sprinter team, but he had limited support. It wasn't really built around him. It was more built around sprinting opportunities. So, yeah, I think Oscar Onley's done a fabulous job. And obviously Florian Lipovic as well. Many people didn't know if the Dauphiné conversion would happen. We're actually getting the same podium in the Dauphiné as the Tour de France. I can't remember the last time we had that. Yeah, because obviously Tadej Pogacar hasn't gone to the Dauphiné for a few years. Yeah, what we're saying, DB Cooper, did you give your opinion on if Tadej Pogacar has a go today? No, I didn't give an opinion on that. Do I think Tadej Pogacar is going to go for it today? Probably not. I think they're going to let a breakaway go and then the GC riders will just take it easy. That's what I think. I mean, maybe if it was a drier day and he wasn't reportedly having an illness, that's what people have been saying, then maybe he would try and go for it. But he seems kind of done. He seems like he just wants this over with. So, yeah, I don't think Tadej Pogacar is going to be flashing anything. What are we saying as well? Newsflash, Vingegaard's wife announced that Vingegaard will do the 2025 race season from home virtually on the Peloton trainer. Oh my goodness, it's going to be a joke that doesn't go away, is it? I don't think it's gonna be happening. What are we saying as well? Lenny was great. Yeah, Lenny Martinez was very good. Just a shame, real shame that he kind of ran out of, yeah, just ran out of steam at the wrong time. So yeah, Lenny Martinez, it's not that many points, is it either? It's 20 points between him and Tadej Pogacar, and then you're like, you can easily find 20 points where he maybe would have got it. There was one of the stages where he was in the breakaway, and it looked like he was gonna be up there, but then just dropped off completely. So, but I mean, he's been having a really up and down tour. I mean, starting the first stage, finishing last place because of illness, then getting into the polka dot jersey for a number of days, looking like he was going to take it all the way to Paris, doing the sticky bottle, which we'll all remember. Not just one sticky bottle, wasn't it? Three sticky bottles, receiving 8 points as a penalty, receiving a massive fine. So, yeah, bit of a shame. But we are well and truly in this era, of Tadej Pogacar. It's Tadej Pogacar's era. This is the next dynasty. We've known it for a while. We went from Froome to bit of an unknown, and then boom, now it's the Pogacar. We've had the Copy era, we've had the Bartley era, we've had Anquetil, we've had Greg LeMond to some extent, Bernard Hinault, Lance Armstrong, Contador kind of stringing together a dynasty as well. So yeah, the Pogacar era, when's it going to end? He's only going to be 27, I think, in September. So we could be looking at 3, 4 more Tour de France's under his belt before he even retires. So yeah, what is the ceiling? I have no idea. No idea. I mean, this year he's absolutely taken a step up in the monument. I mean, he looked very composed here in the Tour. I mean, these two guys well and truly head and shoulders above everyone. So we'll go through the GC as well. We'll go through each of the competitions. We've got lots of time with the peloton not even doing anything right now. It's such a slow pace. But I mean, they've been going very fast for most of this Tour de France. So yeah, average pace 24 kilometers an hour. 24 kilometers an hour. My grandmother could definitely keep up with this for sure. So we'll see if they are going to do this. But who do we think is going to be winning the stage? That is the big question. Do we think it's going to be maybe Tadej Pogacar, one last hurrah? We're on 97 likes as well, so smash the like button if you haven't already. When we get to 100, we'll do a new poll just to keep it fresh as well. But yeah, Lenny Martinez, we'll see what he can do. I mean, 22, 21, very good season last year, very good season this year. Just not getting what he wanted here in the Tour de France, which was a bit of a shame. So are we going to get a stage victory from Bahrain Victorious? There are plenty of teams who haven't had a stage victory this year, and we can go through that as well, because I think that is quite fascinating that we have had a lot of winners. It hasn't just been the Tadej Pogacar show. There has been a number of winners as well. But there are a number of teams still not able to have taken a stage win. I mean, Intermarché, Movistar, Groupama FDJ, Bahrain Victorious, Cofidis, AG2R. Did they take a stage win? I don't think they did. So yeah, there's a lot of teams that would have wanted something out of this, but just not getting it. Definitely not getting it. And maybe, yeah, maybe they could have played their cards a bit better. I mean, Movistar had a number of opportunities. We're seeing Total Energies. I mean, they've had a pretty good tour as well, taking Anthony Turgis being very animated in the breakaway, in the intermediate sprints, and then obviously they've been very present in the breakaway, and Jordan Gigad's coup of the 10th place away from Ben O'Connor was definitely very, very good. So yeah, pretty good from Total Energies. I don't think as an invite team they could have hoped for this. I mean, we've got 2 invite teams in the top 10. When's the last time that's happened? That's pretty impressive. What are we saying here? Total Energies gets the photo before that Ineos B team. Yeah, oh my goodness. Ineos, they've been saved by Arensman, I think, to some degree, with 2 stage wins. Two stage wins that could have been taken by Tadej Pogacar, if we're honest. It's very, very fragile wins, but he still got it. You have to be in it to win it. Tadej Pogacar, what will he be able to do? He's been having one arm warmer through the whole Tour de France, which is quite funny. One arm warmer on the left arm. If anyone knows why, I'm not quite sure. Maybe he just likes it. He's just used to it now. But in terms of the best team, let's try and see if I can find that as well. I mean, prize money, the biggest prize money, well, we'll see tomorrow when I go through that, who's going to have the biggest prize fund. But for the time being, in terms of the best performing teams, where is that tab? It's always really hard to find within Pro Cycling Stats. Where is it? But yeah, the best performing, I mean, we had Binny in the white jersey. That was probably one of the highlights for, yeah, they got second place into Marche with Binny. Just not really helping him out either. I don't think it's entirely Binny's fault because, yeah, many of those lead outs, he was just in the middle of nowhere. But Ben Healy, he's getting interviewed as well. What a tour for him. Stage win, yellow jersey, wearing the yellow jersey and getting inside the top 10. Really, really, really big result for him. And yeah, I think Ben Healy's been very impressive, really holding on to that, really just making sure that he was going to be in there. But yeah, he's done a really good job, I think, as well for Voktas and his team. They will be very happy about this. This will be a great result. But I found the best performing teams. There we go. Best performing team. We can all guess that, obviously. The worst performing team of this year's Tour de France, Cofidis, according to Pro Cycling Stats. Cofidis is the worst performing team. When we say Cofidis, what do you think of? We think of Brian Coquard not finishing. We think of Brian Coquard taking out Jasper Philipsen as well. So, yeah, we've got over 100 votes as well, so we might as well change the poll. But great to have 400 people in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from as well, who you think is going to win. We're still waiting for this calm period. Which team has impressed you the most? Which team impressed the most? So we'll put Uno X in there, I think, for sure. Uno X. Should we just put the invite teams because that makes it a bit fair? So all the invite teams. I think I might be missing one out. Oh, Lotto. Lotto's an invite team as well, technically. Israel Premier Tech. Let's do the 3 invite teams. So yeah, because the other 2 they are qualified because they're highest up in the ranking, so they get it automatically. What are we saying as well, Michael? Jonas can retire for life in 3 to 4 years. Famous in Denmark, enjoying family time and inspiring Danish kids to ride their bikes. Yeah, for sure. Very, very family-orientated man, Jonas Vingegaard, which is nice to see. So other teams that have done not very well. I mean, Total Energies is apparently the second worst team, which doesn't really compute with me, according to Pro Cycling Stats. But they've got a 10th place. Maybe they need the 10th place to be registered, and that will move them up. Israel Premier Tech, equally not really having a good tour by this. Well, what I thought they were going to get out of that team. Michael Woods flirting with the idea of the polka dot jersey. Blackmore not really getting the best. Yeah, Groupama FDJ, obviously we said they were been very disappointing. KMB, great result with that 7th place. Plenty of times they managed to just nip away at the UCI points as well of the lower like top 20. Decathlon AG2R, 5th place overall with Felix Gall. I think they've done a really good job. The French teams, almost all of them getting a rider in the top 10, apart from Groupama FDJ. But I think Groupama is, yeah, just been a bit bad, if we're honest. But who else? Tudor Pro Cycling, they're ranking them quite high, but I haven't really rated them that high. Alaphilippe's been up there a number of times, which was good to see. I mean, Stora's been there as well. He was jumping in from the Giro. But yeah, I don't know. Tour de Pro cycling. I think they definitely were visible. It's the first ever tour, so that's also something to think about. Bahrain victorious. Bahrain, yeah, Lenny Martinez. That's principally been what they've been doing. Santiago Petrago, 10th place last year, but not really anything here. Bauhaus, sort of getting involved in the sprint, but nothing really. Jaco Aula, obviously, stage win on the Queen stage. They'll be very happy about that. And just losing out on the top 10, unfortunately, yesterday. That was such a weird moment, wasn't it? Weird moment. And we'll wait and see. But for the time being, it's looking very good at the moment. U18 members are starting to put the pace up, and we'll see if they're going to be able to do something here. So, are we going to see something happening momentarily? They're going to be making their way into the race as well, or in time. So, they're getting in towards that circuit. We'll look more at the climb the closer we get to it as well. So, maybe we will just see some really dynamic movements. I think a strong breakaway. I mean, that breakaway with Wout van Aert, with Quinn Simmons, with Caden Groves. Caden Groves looking very good yesterday, taking the win. So, yeah. I think, Michael, you need to purchase the Eurosport because I don't want to get sued by showing you free footage. So, yeah, by ASO. But for the time being, I hope many people are enjoying themselves in this weekend. I mean, the last day of the Tour de France 2025, stage 21. Paris is definitely going to be welcoming the race. I think there's many people, despite the skies being a bit, what are we saying, rainy. So there'll be plenty of people here. Yeah. Anything can happen on the stage. I would definitely like to see a very strong breakaway. A very strong breakaway could be very good. Quinn Simmons looked very lively. Very, very lively. Ooh, heavy rain. Okay, if it's heavy rain, that's going to be very, very bad. Very bad for these riders. Audio's cutting out. Okay, I'll make sure to see. I think it's good on my end. So I'll double check as well. But for the time being, we're just waiting to see what's going to happen. What is going to happen here on the stage? Are we going to see a very, very strong rider? A very strong rider yeah, I don't know if the GC are going to be doing something. But, yeah, I think we will see Quinn Simmons up there. I think he will get the opportunity. There's plenty of riders who want to get a stage win out of this. He's been very animated in the race. I mean, who else are we looking towards? We're still just waiting for the guys to get in. There 113 kilometers to go, so they're going very slowly at this point. Thibaut Ness, his teammate, could he do something as well? And yeah, I'm just gonna check so I'm gonna try and do the very annoying thing of listening to myself as well, because if we're cutting in and out, maybe it's my microphone. But for the time being, okay, some of you are saying it's good, so not quite sure. Okay, let me know if the audio is good, guys. We are just chilling in for our final one. So great to have all of you here. Great to have all of you enjoying with me as well the Tour de France. It's been absolutely great, the chat. And we are just waiting for that last bit of excitement before the Tour de France enters the history books. So we'll wait and see. But the most impressed team for a few of you out of the invite teams, 55%. Uno X taking the stage win with Abrahamsen, taking the top 10 as well for Tobias Haller Johannesson. So I think they've done a very, very... Okay, sound is good. That is good. But for the time being, anything can happen on this stage. Oh my goodness. If we had the drinking game, most of you would have drunk far too much water. So it's really just, we're waiting for something to happen. It's really downtime right now for the riders. They're not going fast. There's no pace being injected right now. So we're just waiting to see what's going to happen. We'll go through each of the classifications as well. We fairly sure that it's going to be confirmed like this, that we have it right now. I don't think other than the numbers are going to change, but I think the order is very much going to be the same for most of these. Obviously, the polka dot jersey can't change. That's done. The white jersey is still in play. The green jersey is not in play anymore. That's out of the reach of Tadej Pogacar mathematically. So the green jersey is going to be going to Jonathan Milan. And the polka dot jersey is going to go to Tadej Pogacar. So the white jersey is still in play. There's 1 minute and 3 seconds between Oscar Onley and Florian Lipovic. And the team classification, I would say, is also out of play because there's 24 minutes and 26 seconds between UAE Team Emirates and Visma Lease Bike. So, Visma Lease Bike are going to be leaving with a prize. They are going to be on the podium at the end of the tour. So, they'll be happy about that for sure. But the first classification we can look at, that is the yellow jersey. You can see 4 minutes and 24 seconds is the winning margin. Quite a big one. Not quite as big as last year, but certainly a comfortable margin to say the least. There's 11 minutes and 9 seconds down to Florian Lipovic. And then, Oscar Only, that 4th place, very good. Felix Gal, 5th place, climbing up there, but still 5 minutes between him and Oscar Only. Tobias Johannesson there, Voklan. Roglic moving down was a bit of a shame. But Tadej Pogacar and all of them getting around a roundabout, I think it's going to be very wet. I don't think they're going to be doing anything right now. I don't think they're going to be doing anything. Pogacar is leading the Tour de France now towards Paris. They're picking up the speed. I don't think we're going to see any movements until we get to the start of Paris. But they're making their way through this. Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe, we can put some more teams in, so we can not just do the invite teams. So maybe if we put some more teams, which team has impressed you the most? Some other teams, not just the invite teams. But yeah, a lot of riders not finishing this race, but I think we have seen a bit more. Music Wavy saying, where's the champagne? I've got Pierre, so that is sparkling, not quite wine, but sparkling water. Who impressed you the most? So which team impressed you the most? Let's put Ineos in there. Let's put Red Bull in there. I'm trying to put kind of the secondary teams. AG2R, did they impress us? Picnic. Oh, let's put EF in there. So then we've got a bit of a variety for you to choose. But yeah, we've still got about 109.7 kilometers. The pace is picking up now. The average pace is 29.7 kilometers an hour. So they are starting to increase it a bit more. Ineos is a secondary team. They are a feeder team for UAE Team Emirates if you look at it. Adam Yates went there, Pavel Sivakov, Narvaez. So yeah, it's been not great for Ineos Grenadiers when you think about it like that. So Ineos Grenadiers. What are we saying? Instead of Ineos, you should put Rensman. Yeah, maybe that's more fair. The speed has come up to 30 kilometers an hour, so they are starting to pick up. That rain is going to be a bit of a factor into the last circuit as well. But there's plenty of circuits coming up. They've got the second of 5 categorized climbs coming, the neutralized climb. So we'll wait and see what's going to happen here. But there's a lot of opportunity on this stage. I don't know who's going to be winning this stage. Quinn Simmons, I think he would probably just dare to attack out and do something with this, but I don't know if he will do it. Is there anyone else you guys can think of that will try and get something from this? Wout van Aert, obviously, cyclocross multiple world champion. Maybe he thinks that he can dare it here. Are the GC teams just going to call it truce? Don't quite know. We'll wait and see. But for the time being, it's a very calm affair right now. And Tadej Pogacar still leading the race with his his UAE troops behind him. And they will just try and, nothing's going to happen for a while now, I think. I think they're going to take it very easy. Maybe at the second categorized climb, we'll see something happening. But we have got a picture as well of Tadej. Who's been the best domestique? I think that's something we should vote for as well. Who's the contenders? I would say Tim Wellens, definitely a contender. Who else can we think of? Pogacar's team have been very good in that department. Is there anyone else we can think of that has been very good as a domestique? I mean, Van Wilder was very good to line up Valentin Panapanta for the Monmatre win. A really great, hard lead out from him. But I mean, can you just take one stage? I think it should be the overall picture. So who's been the overall best domestique? I mean, we've seen Narvaez. I mean, it's almost like who's the best domestique for UAE Team Emirates? Because so yeah, let's get the photo as well of UAE Team Emirates on screen. There we have it. That is the winning. Well, no, the team behind the winning rider, the best rider. Obviously, they're not the best team. That goes to Visma Lease Bike. So Visma Lease Bike, very very good effort by them to yeah, be up there and get enough riders up there. I'm not quite. Yeah, I thought Narvaez was quite high up there. I think if Almeida was still in the race, I think for sure they would have been doing something. So yeah, which of the teams have impressed you the most? That is the question right now on screen. I mean, EF Education Easy Post. Many of you like that. Narvaez best domestique. Nils Pollitt. Who else can we think of? Good domestique. Ineos Grenadiers. Any domestiques there? Not really. They've kind of been riding for themselves. Quinn Simmons worked pretty well for John Milan a few times. Harry Sweeney, yes. He was very good for Ben Healy. Yeah, I'm blank. I mean, Visma Lease Bike, obviously. You've got Sepp Kuss in there. You've got Simon Yates. You've Matteo Jorgensen was up there equally. Victor Kampenarts, he was very good. Really climbed out of his skin a few times. So, yeah. Is it Narvaez or is it Tim Wellens that should be on? I'm not quite sure. But we'll do that as our next poll. Rondell is saying do kits as well. What are we saying? Robert Shark, the Cycling Day next project, riding the penny farthing backwards along the Champs-Élysées. I mean, I was thinking about it, but yeah, riding a penny farthing in Paris, I've already done that and it's very stressful, if you will. Jonas Vingegaard, best domestique for Pogacar this year. Oh my goodness. That is quite a roast. That is quite a roast. I mean, the battle between them has been quite negative. It wasn't. I mean, they have definitely attacked each other, but they've been able to mark each other quite well. It kind of changed after the Hortigan where he absolutely put 2 minutes and 10 seconds in. We also had the time trial. That was quite a big one. But yeah, Tadej Pogacar is working at the front of the peloton. Tadej Pogacar working up to 31.5 kilometers. He's dragging all of the Tour de France towards Paris. I think that's also a sign that we aren't going to see him doing anything. But yeah. Oh, is the arm since the crash? That would make sense. Is that? Ah, right. Okay. Makes sense. Wellens, Mark Soler in there as well. Narvaez, Nils Pollitt, Adam Yates. Yeah, super strong team. Really strong team. Pavel Sivakov. Yeah, they've really done well. I know. Would they have done as well if they didn't have Tadej Pogacar? Would this team have done equally as good job for Remco Evenepoel or Jonas Vingegaard? At the end of the day, it is just what do we say? It is just about mano a mano sometimes as well, the top riders. But for the time being, we're still waiting for the riders to get inside the center of Paris. This is where we're going to see fireworks happening. This is where we might see Wout van Aert win his first stage since 2022. Are we going to see Quinn Simmons' first ever stage win? Is there someone else that I missed out on completely that could be let off the leash as well? Tim Wellens, could he get another stage win? Maybe he's not got enough. Maybe Narvaez wants to be there. There's plenty of riders who could be there if this is going to be a breakaway stage win. I have the feeling that they're just going to let a breakaway go. So, yeah, favorite domestique. We can do that as well in the chat. Yeah, there's probably some riders we're missing out on. Best domestique this year. So we'll put Tim Wellens. We'll put Campenaerts. We'll put Harry Sweeney, I guess. Other. There we go. So you can pick other as well, but if you do pick other, please tell us in the chat who, and it might be Narvaez, because Narvaez has done a very good job. He's been one of the best signings of this year's World Tour year. Obviously, Simon Yates, you can put in that bracket as well. Niels Pollitt's done a very good job. Arkea's done very good to work around there. Top 10 rider. You've got Tobias Haljohannesson has had a number of good riders for him as well. Andreas Leknesson. But there is a lot of things that can happen here on the stage. We're just waiting to see them come closer to Paris. This is what they're gonna have been looking forward to for many days. We've heard the riders. Well, wasn't it Tadej Pogacar said he's been ticking down the kilometers, counting the kilometers until Paris. So not that long right now. Not that long right now. What are we saying as well? Trying to keep up with the chat. You want to got as the best domestique. I still think that is hilarious. So yeah, UAE Emirates at the front right now. They are looking to speed up a bit. They're about 33 kilometers an hour average pace. So they are just going to be taking them in. The ceremonial parts are over. They are really going to start to put the burner on now. And we're going to make our way towards that very interesting circuit. So it's 2 circuits really in Paris. So yeah, Tim Wellens, Belgian rider, Belgian national champion. Victor Campenaerts, Belgian rider as well. Seems like you need to have at least one Belgian rider within your squad to do well. Yeah, what will happen after this race as well with Tadej Pogacar? Vuelta a España seems to be on his calendar. And Remco Evenepoel, obviously there's a lot of talk about him because is he going to be going to, as we've seen reported the last few days, might be going to Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe, but the rumors about this keep going back and forth. Subscribe to the channel as well. Let's try and get to 60,000 subscribers, as Rhonda said. I think we're quite a way away. I think we need about 4,000 still, so that's a lot of eyeballs. But for the time being, we are making our way through Paris, or towards Paris. It's been a very interesting race for sure. I mean, the next races on the calendar for Remco Evenepoel is the World Championships and the time trial. The European and the World Championships. So could he maybe get the European Championships road race? Could he be European champion? Then he would be Olympic, national, European and world champion. He probably would win if he goes to it. We'll wait and see. What are we saying as well? Scott, you're about 3 out of 5 in transition to Wolfman. Yeah, don't worry. The haircut's coming, guys. It's coming probably next week. So don't worry. Next time you see me, it will probably be cut off, unfortunately. So no more comments about that when that happens. And you'll actually be able to see my ears as well. But UAE Mermaids are still pushing on. They're doing the ceremonial duty at the front. They're going to be the first team, I think, into Paris. And they've been such a good team as well. Oh, there we go. Due to the weather conditions, the general classification times will be taken at the 4th crossing of the finish, 50 kilometers from the finish. Well, there we go. What's going to happen? There you go. We're not going to get a GC battle today. It's going to finish in about 50 kilometers time. They've neutralized it. They don't want any moves from Ben O'Connor. So Ben O'Connor, if you want to try and do something, it's now, my friend. Get that 10th place back in GC. But yeah, I think they are just I think they're just not going to do it. I think they are happy with. I think they're very happy with what they've done. That stage win on the Queen's stage, getting the Henri de Grange prize, being up down many breakaways. But that 10th place just eluded them yesterday. I think the mistake wasn't that Jake Oyula couldn't drag him back. I think the mistake was Ben O'Connor wasn't marking Jordan Zigard like hair on soap. So yeah, Vera saying Red Bull with Remco, Roglic, and Lipovic would be interesting. Yeah, we'll see if that is actually going to be happening. Certainly, yeah, an interesting picture to say the least. But for the time being, we're just still waiting for the riders. Less than 100 kilometers to go of the stage. And yeah, the pace is not very high. The pace is definitely not very high. I think we maybe have like 2.5 hours more of this. That is quite a lot when you think about it. So yeah, they are just keeping it very, very calm right now. Very calm. Yeah, I think they're going to pick it up very, very soon. When we get over that next categorized climb, I think that is going to be where they absolutely increase the pace and the tempo, and then we might see some breakaway riders. But wet conditions have neutralized the GC battle from 50 to 0 kilometers of the stage. Oh, yeah, actually, DB Cooper, that's a good idea. Welter polls, what are we saying? Better battle Jonas versus Almeida or Tadej versus Jonas? Yeah, I mean, Almeida has been doing very well this year. Did the double of the Tour de Suisse, the Tour of Romandy. They actually did face off in the Vuelta Algarve, where Jonas did win in the end with a formidable time trial. And they were against each other as well in Paris-Nice, where Almeida did just manage to pinch or poach a win away from Jonas Vingegaard. So yeah, as Space says, this is the last 100 kilometers of the 2025 Tour de France. We'll have to soak it up, enjoy it for as long as possible. The Vuelta a España is next on the program, but I mean, there's many stages, many races happening. This sport of cycling absolutely doesn't let up. We've got the Tour of Wallonia happening today. We've got the Tour de Femme happening as well. They finished stage 2 today with a bit of a surprise winner. So, yeah, there's a lot of things happening. When's the Tour of Denmark as well? I need to see if we can get coverage of that, maybe. Probably not live commentary because no one would care about that. I'm just being realistic. But right now, the Tour de France, can they see Paris yet? They're very, very close to that final circuit. And yeah, final 2 circuits. There's 2 circuits that they're going. I think they're going around the traditional one and then they're going to dip into that new one. Let's hope that that doesn't become a fixture for the sprinters' sake. You feel sorry for all those sprinters who've made it all this way, and it's like, yeah, you're not going to do the famous one for a second year in a row. It's not going to happen. So we'll see if they're going to be able to do something here. Dillerman Ball, yeah, interesting transfer there as well. Might be going to sort out Quick Step. There's also the rumor that Dylan Groenewegen is going to the Bas Tiedemeyer team. That would be a very cool signing. So yeah, we're just seeing beautiful castles everywhere. And we're gonna see something happening in terms of that. A powerful breakaway, Mats Petersen, Mathieu van der Poel, Tadej Pogacar, Wout van Aert, reminiscence of the Glasgow World Championships that could have maybe unfolded here on this circuit. But yeah, the only rider, or there's only 2 riders left, Wout van Aert and Tadej Pogacar. I hope Wout van Aert is given his own opportunity here. He has won on Champs-Élysées before. So maybe. JP as well said, I don't envy the motorbike riders. Absolutely, I think that's true. They would not be having a fun day today, I think. I think this is going to be a very nervous time for them. Very nervous time, to say the least. Yeah. What are we saying as well? The thing is that Almeida is still recovering from the crash. Yeah, I don't know if Almeida is going to be making it to the Vuelta. I think they're going to field a strong team anyway. I don't think they're going to be sending Del Toro. They have a policy that they don't want to send, was it under 23 riders to 2 Grand Tours, which is fair enough. So, yeah, Pogacar never won the Vuelta a España. He's only been there once, finishing 3rd in 2019. Maybe he's going to try and win that for the first time in his career. Won the Giro for the first time last year. But Tadej is crazy. His Grand Tour career, every single time he's finished on the podium. It's crazy, isn't it? It's very impressive. But what are we saying as well? That's Quinn Simmons is the best mistake of the year. What? Uh, Quinn Simmons, yeah, wasn't too fond of the win from Tim Wellens earlier in the tour. Was discussing the potential of motorbike assistance. So great to have Eric Brown here as well. Great to have Rob here. Plenty of our channel members in here. And what we're saying, apart from Ben O'Connor, GC Battle wouldn't have mattered today, I think. So it's not terrible for the spectacle. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think so. DB Cooper, I just think Tadej skips the welter. Yeah, let's ask you guys that as well. So we got confirmation yesterday that Jonas is gonna go to the welter. Should Pogacar skip the welter? Yes or no? Should he skip the welter? Focus on the World Championships, have a break, then get into the autumn classics. Go to Il Lombardia where he has this incredible 100% record. But yeah, I think many of us would like to see Tadej Pogacar, Jonas Vingegaard at the welter as well. We've never actually seen that. We've never seen it. Never, ever, ever. I mean, Jonas has been close to winning the Vuelta a España. He's also was his first Grand Tour back in 2020 where he was working for Primoz Roglic. What we're saying, Vuelta should be a real competitive one without Pogacar. In addition, Vingegaard and Almeida, I would add Carapaz and maybe Del Toro. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be an exciting one. Maybe we'll see Remco Evenepoel jump in as well. But will Roglic jump in? I mean, then he will do on all three Grand Tours. He won't have tours, but he will have been in all the three Grand Tours. I don't know what his program is. I don't know what his future is either. Primoz Roglic could maybe be out the window of Bora. There was talks that he has extended, but I'm not sure if that's confirmed yet. So Primoz Roglic, yeah, currently as it stands, out of a contract at end of the year. But he hasn't got any races on his program either. I mean, Tour of Denmark would be a good win if he could do that, but I don't think he will. I don't even think Red Bull are going there. Visma Lease Bike are going there. They're sending Dylan van Baal. Dylan van Baal is going there. Mess Pilsen returns back to action as well. But great to have 500 people in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from as well. It's been a delight to have covered the Tour de France with so many people. But we are just waiting for the bit of a slow march towards Paris. I think they have picked up the pace a bit. We're inside 95 kilometers to go. So 37.7 kilometers average pace. So they have just increased it a bit. But that last part is what we're really looking forward to. Rob is saying, take a break, Tadej, and give everyone a break. Yeah, maybe. Maybe that's a good idea as well. It is raining, so that is going to be a factor. That's the reason for that neutralization. I don't know how you guys feel about the neutralization. Sometimes I'm like, well, the race is still happening. How can you just stop the racing? Obviously, we've got the 5 kilometer sprint zone as well, so I'm for that. So, well, if I'm for that, I should be for this as well. Primoz Roglic, 35 years young. He's going to be 36 at the end of the year. And what can he do? He's been a pro for many years now. A super strong rider, very good all-rounder. Had that bit of a Kazakami attack this year. In the Giro, he looked pretty good as well. Wore the Maglia Rosa. Won the Vuelta a Catalunya. And 8th in the Vuelta Algarve earlier this year. Is the defending Vuelta España champion. So is he going to go back to the Vuelta? Is 3 Grand Tours too much for him in one season? Yeah, we'll see. But for the time being, Red Bull, let's see the provisional, who we got on the provisional list. We've got Pilazari, Vlasov, Jide Hindley, Tim van Dijk for their team. So it's already a pretty packed team in terms of leadership. So I don't know if they'll be able to bring Roglic in there as well. Obviously, Jide Hindley probably wants his own chances. Hasn't had a Grand Tour this year, so the Australian will definitely want to do something. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But for the time being, Miguel Biel, part of the UAE team, Miguel Biel, Rafa Majka, Marc Soler, Doma Novak. Almeida is actually on the start list, but we'll see if that actually happens at the end. Jonas Vingegaard is on the list together with Matteo Jorgensen for the Vuelta. So maybe we will see a Jonas Vingegaard, Tadej Pogacar battle there as well. But yeah, this stage, very slow build up, but we are hoping for a very, very incredible punch here, a very incredible finish to this Tour de France. Electric finish, that would be very good. But is the Tour going to be delivering that is another question. What are we saying as well? Vuelta organizers need to pay more dollar to UAE to participate with Pogacar. I mean, it's quite easy because the ASO, they are the organizers of the Tour de France. They're also the organizers of the Vuelta a España. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty easy conversation for them. I don't know if they do race appearances anymore. We've seen it with the Giro, obviously, with Chris Froome, with Peter Sagan. I think they also paid quite a hefty sum for Tadej Pogacar to start as well. And we will see here. JT saying, is Ayuso going anywhere? Ayuso is kind of a question mark. I mean, Ineos Grenadiers should definitely sign him, or Movistar, to give him a bit of leadership. I think there are they inside Paris now? They're getting congratulated by the different spectators on the road. Frustratingly, they haven't actually got the kilometers to go on the screen, but courtesy of Pro Cycling Stats, they're saying 92.5 kilometers. We've had about an hour. They're raising the average, not the average pressure, temperature. The average speed is going up to 40 kilometers an hour. Other riders of interest at the Vuelta, I mean, Derek G's coming back into it as well. The Canadian, I'm pretty sure he's going to be targeting another top 10. Richard Carapaz recovering from what he had before the Tour de France. Remco Evenepoel is not currently down. It's Mikel Landa with Louis Vairake. So, yeah, we will see. JP saying, if not Pogacar, I'll be Del Toro, a very formidable foe for even Vingegaard. Yeah, that's true. Del Toro has absolutely been sweeping up wins since his Giro d'Italia appearance. He's been winning the Tour of Austria in a electric fashion. He's been winning, here, there, and everywhere. So, yeah, we will see. We will see what happens. But there's a lot of riders still involved in this race. We can actually see the Eiffel Tower, well, with the helicopter, obviously, but the Eiffel Tower welcomes another Tour de France, and maybe this will be an epic stage win. I mean, we should talk about the Champs-Élysées, the final stage, the history of that. I think the last winner that wasn't, I think it was the 2006 or 2005, Vinokurov winning from a breakaway. I think that's the last time they had a non-sprinter win. But it's gonna be exciting when they actually open the fireworks. But we have a bit of work to go until that happens, I think. Champs-Élysées stage in the Tour de France every year since 1975 to 2023. Every year it was at the Champs-Élysées. Obviously, that break last year, courtesy of the Olympics. And last winner of this stage was Jordi Meeus. We've had 3 Belgian winners win the last time. Jordi Meeus, Jasper Philipsen, and Wout van Aert. So Wout van Aert has won here, as we remember, back in 2021. Sam Bennett won the year before in 2020. 2019 was won by Caleb Ewan. The year before that, it was Alexander Vinokurov winning. Dylan Groenewegen winning here in 2017. Andre Greipel won 2 years in a row. Marcel Kittel won 2 years in a row. And Mark Cavendish had that 4 wins in a row spree as well. No win from Peter Sagan here, which was a bit of a shame. Up there, though, in each of those sprints. And the first ever winner was Walter Godefroot. He was the first ever winner of the race. Of the Champs-Élysées stage, and was also a sports director for Team Telecom as well. He's 82 years young now, so yeah. But for the time being, the Champs-Élysées stage, that's what we're seeing now. I mean, we're saying every single year They've done this since 1975, except last year. So many winners. And we've even had Greg LeMond win here, obviously because of that time trial. The last non-sprinter we had, I said earlier, was Vinokurov back in 2005. A good win from him. And Vinokurov, polarizing character in the sport, I guess. Some people have forgiven him for the doping, some haven't. But right now, we are just seeing the race very, very slowly plowing its way through to Paris. We're going to get that fourth last categorized climb coming up next. It's 600 meters at 8%. I was toying with the idea of maybe standing there today. So yeah, UAT Monmatre, all the riders just making their way through. There are still a few fans despite it raining quite a lot. Obviously, it's nothing compared to the amount of fans that are going to be in Paris. I think Paris is absolutely going to be flooded with fans compared to the streets outside on the outskirts here. But yeah, it is going to be an interesting one. We actually did have Paris as a race last year, as we all know, in Paris for the Olympics, where Remco Evenepoel took a very, very impressive win. And yeah, Olympic champion, first ever double Olympic champion. Sadly, he's not in the race anymore. And big question marks what's going to happen with him. We talked about it so many times in this tour already. What is he going to be doing? Is he going to be going to Red Bull, like many of the reports are saying? Is he going to stay put at Soudal? Is he going to go to Ineos Grenadiers? Would he go to Visma Lease Bike? No, I'm kidding. So, yeah. We will see what happens with him. Remco Evenepoel, that transfer saga has been going on since 2021. So, will he finally be leaving? We will see. We will see. But Remco Evenepoel, is it going to help him change the team? I don't know. But Jonas Vingegaard, is he going to win the Vuelta a España? Let's ask you guys that as well. Who will win La Vuelta? So obviously, if you believe that Pogacar is not going, then I mean that does open the door up for other people. So yeah, I think we've had an interesting insight to the race in terms of Vingegaard and Tadej Pogacar really just in the third week marking each other out a bit. But for the time being, they are number 1 and 2 as they've been for the last 5 Tour de France's, the greatest ever rivalry in the Tour's history. Absolutely incredible to say the least. And I think we are going to see them being rivals for at least 3 or 4 more years at the Tour de France. So it will be the best ever rivalry in the Tour's history. And I think it's going to take some beating before something will happen there. But yeah, Jonas technically could win here. Hasn't taken a stage, as we said, in this year's Tour since 2021. And they're actually coming past a place I went with the penny farthing right now from London to Paris. So that's quite funny. So one of the video projects I did on the Cycling Day in Action channel, which is coming out of hibernation next week. Yeah, that they've just passed that as well right now. So that's quite funny. So they're actually doing the same route. Yeah, that is pretty funny. But for the time being, they're doing a very good job just to keep the pressure going as slow as possible. But nonetheless, I mean, they are heading in the right direction. It might be a bit slow, but it is coming. It is coming. The end is near, guys, of the Tour. But let's hope it goes out with a bit of a bang. So Paris to London, or London to Paris, the other way. London to Paris video, if you want to see that, is there. Quite a funny one. But there's a lot of things that can happen on the stage. We're waiting for maybe something happening. Tony's saying, I quote, fancy Jared Hindley for Vuelta a España. Maybe. I haven't actually looked too much into the route as well. That's obviously going to be a factor. They're starting in Torino, Italy. It's the only city that I know of in the whole world that has had the Tour, the Vuelta, and and the Giro start there. So Torino, absolutely interesting part. So if you are a cycling fan in Torino, yeah, you will have seen all the three Grand Tours in the last few years. So that is quite a funny stat as well. All the Grand Tours, loving Torino. Best football team in the world is there as well with Juventus. Uh, I have tapped out of football, so yeah, I don't really care about football anymore. So, but I used to be a Juventus fan. But 700 meters is this climb, 7.7% Cat 4 climb. The fourth last category, actually the last second penultimate categorized climb of this, or climb, because the other one is three times up the same climb. So we'll see who's gonna take this. I mean, will they let Lenny Martinez take it just to get a bit closer? Yeah, Lenny Martinez. What a shame. What an absolute shame that he couldn't take that all the way to Paris in that drought of polka dot jerseys as well. Actually, we'll do that. How many more tours do you think Tadej will win? I think that's a good one as well. What stage did Visma win? Visma won the stage 10 with Simon Yates. Robin saying Oscar only for the Welter. Yeah, that could be very good. So yeah, there's a number of riders that could really be in here for the mix for that Welter. That third Grand Tour last year, Primoz Roglic winning it. Will we see a new winner that has never ever won the Welter before? And that could be Jonas, that could be Tadej, that could be also Almeida or Ineos Grenadiers. They have had a long run without a win. I mean, what was the last win they had? 2019? Is that the last time they had a Grand Tour victory with Egan Bernal at the Tour de France? Geraint Thomas didn't win the Giro or the Welter, but came close to the Giro a few times. They are just taking it very easy at the front now. Very easy, 86.4 kilometers. We are getting closer. The pace has gone up to 46. No, wait, no, it's still down. It's still down. Sorry, guys, it's not. It's 34.3 kilometers. 34.3 kilometers average. But they are just keeping a pretty good pressure at the front. Well, not really. They are riding like a zone 2 ride right now. They're taking it very easy. It's basically a big rest day for the riders right now. And maybe something can happen. I want to see a really spicy breakaway. I think many of us want to see that. A really strong breakaway do something. Yes, thank you, Dr. Drunkenstein. Great name, great name. Giro 2021 is their last victory with Egan Bernal. Yeah, well remembered for Ineos Grenadiers. So most of you thinking that Tadej Pogacar will be winning the Vuelta a España. How many Tour de France's will he finish on? How many Tour de France's will Pogacar win in total? So obviously he's won 4 here. Will he win 4? So no more. Will he win 5? Will he win 6? Will he win 7? So yeah, let us know that as well. But we will see if something's going to happen on the stage today. I mean, there's so many opportunities here for potential riders. We've got the intermediate sprint as well on the Champs-Élysées. They've got 4 laps around that first circuit, or 5 laps. No, 4. I think it's 4 or 3. 4. And then they've got 3 around the second circuit, and then they will finish in Champs-Élysées. So, yeah, many of you thinking Tadej Pogacar will be beating potentially Lance Armstrong's record, unofficial record. Don't know how we feel about it. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's a hard one, isn't it? That could be a poll as well, but that could be a very polarizing poll. Altafari is saying zone one for Pogacar. Bet his heart rate is under 85 right now. Yeah, probably. Scott McMillan, 0 for Lance Armstrong. Pogacar is the next Merckx. He's already beat Lance since Lance aren't recognized. Yeah, well, there you go. So we'll see where he will end his career by the time we get to the finish. 85 beats per minute. That's me while watching Lord of the Rings. Oh my goodness. Some of the comments guys today are very funny. They've been very funny a lot of the time. But Are we going to see a stage victory here for Visma Lease Bike? Is it going to be for UAT Mermaids? Ineos Grenadiers, little trick. I mean, Intermarché desperately want a stage win, but have they got the firepower to do it? We were talking about teams earlier who need or want something out of this that haven't got something out of this. I think Movistar is certainly one of the teams that we're looking towards that haven't quite reached the heights that they would have wanted. So yeah, big shame for them. A big shame for them. So there is a number of riders that could potentially be up there in terms of this. The point, I don't even know if they know who the point went for. Vercher, he took the point at the first one, the first categorized climb, at 1 point. So what are we saying as well? Christopher saying Lance said it best. All his opponents agree that he won those tours. Yeah, it's a weird one, isn't it? It's the weird asterisk. He also said you can't just have no one winning. That's also true. Yeah, what are we saying? Imagine that Pogacar wins the Tour for the next 2 years and beats the record with 6. My question is, will he continue to go for it? What is the objective? Getting 10 wins. I mean, 10 would put it out of anyone's reach, I think. Yeah. His contract ends in 2030. That's 5 more tours. Well, there you have it. 6, 26, 7, 8, 9, 30. There you go. He could be winning a lot more. Him and Jonas have been very good at staying out of trouble. I mean, they have both crashed even in this tour, but they've also been very good at not crashing out of the tour. So yeah, they're doing a very good job. The riders out towards the front, just making their way through Paris or towards Paris. Very calm day for them. A lot of riders fed up with the circus of the Tour de France. We've heard this so many times that they say it's always bigger, there's more media, there's more attention. Any quote can have been taken out of context. And yeah, it really magnifies anything of the race. So yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't want to just have a camera shoved in my face everywhere I was going. Everyone just asking, so how was that? How was that? Like with the media. So it probably is quite taxing that as well. And then you've got all the riding on top of it. So yeah, the riders getting in towards Paris. Paris, they'll see a number of circuits as well. But the one we're waiting for is the 3 times up to Sacré-Cœur on the Monmatre. Yeah, as Jens Vogt said in the preview, maybe not a good idea. Jonas Vingegaard also had his worries about this. So yeah, a lot of pundits, a lot of riders not really too certain about this circuit, but obviously now that they've neutralized it, it does help it as well. Thinking having 160 riders going through very narrow roads in Paris, I mean, wet cobblestones. I think it's more the wet cobblestones that have limited it here. But we had Jonas Ricard out towards the front, apparently. Jonas Ricard obviously got on the podium for being the most aggressive rider, working together with Mathieu van der Poel in that very long breakaway. That was a, I don't know, interesting break to say the least. Mathieu van der Poel leaving the race, unfortunately, which was a great shame. Took a stage win, had 2 stints in the yellow jersey, so absolutely did make his mark, but just not a GC rider. Even saying in an interview that he didn't understand how the riders could recover so well day to day. So, I mean, he's an incredible bike rider, Mathieu van der Poel. We know that. Scott McMillan saying Paul Césac should be so much better in 3 years' time. I mean, this is the French darling. Is he going to be the first rider to end this long drought that they've had, not winning their own race? I'm pretty sure they don't like to not win their own race. But for the time being, we're just waiting to see what's going to happen here in the race. Are we going to get a big showdown between some of the protagonists in terms of this race? There's been so many good storylines as well. But not quite sure what's been the favorite storyline this year. I think Oscar Onley with Lipovic, they have been very interesting to follow. So yeah, I think there's been John Milan, debutant, winning his race, or winning his green jersey. That was also very good, obviously. And yeah, taking 2 stage wins. Tim Merlier, I mean, Soudal Quickstep did a very good job as well to rebounds from Remco Evenepoel's unfortunate bad luck, and then just making sure that they were actually just gonna be there. But we're just 81 kilometers to go. We're seeing the front of the peloton still. UAE Team Emirates up towards the front. Uno X up there as well. And many of these riders have really just dug in. I mean, they've climbed so many mountains. More to come, Col de la Loze, Mont Ventoux, Mur de Bretagne, all these big legendary climbs in the Tour. Maybe not Mur de Bretagne. I mean, it is legendary, but it's not that big. 80 kilometers left of this year's Tour de France, and then that's curtains. The race is over for good. It's in the history books. The 4th Tour de France win for Tadej Pogacar, and Oscar Onley certainly was a very interesting storyline. Scotland hasn't had a top 5 finisher since Robin Miller, so yeah, that was a very long time ago. But Tadej Pogacar is still up towards the front. Yeah. What is Pogacar going to do in the future? That is the big question as well. His trajectory could be very interesting. Jonas Vingegaard, will he be able to fight back as well? I mean, he said he's doing his best ever numbers this year, but just not able to close that gap at all. Pogacar has never really looked under too much pressure, I think. Just not beatable at this moment in time. So, yeah, there's a lot of things that Visma Lease Bike will have to go back to the drawing board. Yeah. But for the time being, great to have so many people here in the chat. Smash the like button as well. We're close to 200. We're just waiting for the excitement to come. And yeah, I did actually go on exactly the road they're going on right now in the Penny Farthing video on the Cycling Day in Action channel. So if you haven't checked that out, cycled a penny farthing from London to Paris, 79.7 kilometers. They can see the Eiffel Tower. So they've come in from a view where they can see the Eiffel Tower now. But they have, of course, got many laps around Paris before they can finish on that. So there's a lot of things that could happen here. Slippery roads, obviously, that's a big worry for many. So we'll see if anything will happen with the slippery cobblestones. But for the time being, it is UAE Team Emirates. Very happy about what happened here. Super strong team performance, very all-round team performance. We've seen all of them really working together. But the jerseys, yeah, Jonas Vingegaard wearing the jerseys in the pictures as well. He's not actually going to get it. Yeah. So apparently ASO wanted it to be different, no ceremonial pictures at the start of the day, but we saw that they still did it, obviously. But Paris, very close for many of these riders now. They can feel it, they can touch it. So close for these guys. And what are they going to be doing after this? I mean, they've been doing the race for 23 days, so that's going to be a bit of an anticlimax for them as well later on. So, yeah, the Belgian National Championship jersey of Tim Wellens, maybe he'll be given an opportunity to do something right now. But, I mean, we don't know what's going to happen. 78.2 kilometers still to go. I think the speed is going to be picking up shortly. They're averaging 35 kilometers an hour now, so they are just picking it up ever so slightly now. So they are just picking up the pace. So are we going to get a win from... I think Tadej is probably not going to win today. He doesn't seem like he's focused. He's going to really set in for... yeah, I don't think he's going to pounce on this. I think he's going to get to 50 and then he's going to tap out. I don't think he's too bothered about the win today. I mean, we saw him not being too bothered about the win with Arensman because I completely think he would have won that one. So we'll see what he can do later on. But there is a lot of riders that could do something here. A lot of riders that could do something. A lot of riders not having opportunities. Even Romeo, I'm not even sure. Is he still in the race? If he hadn't crashed yesterday, maybe he could have been up here. We've seen some very aggressive riding by a lot of riders. So, yeah, who could it be? Who could it be to win this stage today? Tim Wellens, yeah, maybe. Depends how much he's got left in the tank. We've seen the domestiques absolutely just fall apart as well from all the teams. Alpecin, maybe Caden Groves. He looked very, very strong yesterday. Just depends how recovered he is. But yeah, right now, what are we saying? France still has the Olympic stuff up. It's been a year. France, get over it. Aw, that's a shame. Carousel Vertigo, Romeo is riding. And yeah, we'll see. What are we saying? Agree. It's hard to get over a crash like that. Yeah, for sure. But we will see. We're just seeing the Eiffel Tower, that beautiful, beautiful building. That also a building sculpture. What are we calling it? Build. What do Wikipedia call the Eiffel Tower? Eiffel Tower. I think it wasn't meant to be. It wasn't meant to be a permanent fixture, but it is now. Yeah, it was built and designed from 1887 to 1989. So yeah, it took 2 years to get it up, but it's been up ever since. Up ever since. 136 years since it opened. And yeah, has seen a lot of different things. Right now, it is seeing another Tour de France. It existed before the Tour, obviously. But yeah, it was a great, great finish moment as well for the Paris Olympics last year with Celine Dion. That was a very, very iconic finish. And here we are going to see another Tour de France. But I mean, we're not finishing. There is still the one stage. There is there's a stage up for grabs, but who's going to be doing this? I mean, Jasper Philipsen probably could have been quite good on this. Tobias Loh Andreasen is quite good on a bit of a rugged terrain, so maybe he can be up here towards the front. So, yeah, well, we're just waiting for that pace to increase even more. It is almost 36 kilometers an hour average now, so they have definitely increased the pace a bit. They just need to really fire it up, and maybe we will see someone reach out for glory. But I think if anyone's got energy left, they need to burn it now, because I think if half of the peloton are not going to be if the GC team's up out of the picture because of the 50 kilometer to go rule, then suddenly that opens the opportunity for a lot of these guys, and it might be a bit of anarchy. No one wanting to chase it back. Imagine if Vingegaard gets let go and wins by 4 minutes. That would be so sad. Because, yeah, obviously Pogacar wouldn't let him go up the road. But I think Wout van Aert, Soudal Quickstep look quite interesting in this as well. Red Bull have positioned their riders up towards the front, so maybe they're thinking about something. Bahrain definitely should be sending someone up there if they can. We will see, but Jacob Ula maybe can try and hit out as well. They looked very weak as a team yesterday, unfortunately, when they were trying to get back Jordan Jegat's advantage. But Decathlon AG2R maybe as well. What are we saying? If Lipovic replaces Roglic, what would that would suck for Roglic? Isn't that why he left Jumbo? Yeah, that's true. That's absolutely true. Yeah, we haven't said that as well. Where should Roglic go next year? We haven't had any rumors really, but we can do a poll. We did the Remco Evenepoel poll. Where should Roglic go in 2026? That is the question. Should he stay at Red Bull? Should he go to Ineos? I think Ineos would be an interesting move. They're looking for someone, but I don't know if this is the right move. I mean, he could even go back to Visma as well. I guess that's an option. So, yeah. We'll get that poll. That will be quite interesting. But great to have almost 800 people in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from as well. Right now, we're seeing them along the French... Yeah, I think this is the Seine. Is this the Seine River? Yeah. I have a friend who's connected with Ineos, and he desperately doesn't want Roglic to be the signing. He wants someone a bit more youthful, for sure. Yeah, we'll see. But we'll see where you guys think of that. 73.9 kilometers still to go of the stage. And this is going to be an intriguing stage. This is a stage that, as soon as the route was organized, this was the question mark. Is this a good idea? What will happen? Is this going to be exciting? Can we see a real big battle between the yellow jersey and everyone? But yeah, here it is now. Many will have their, are worried about this if something can happen. Wet conditions as well is certainly not going to be very favorable. But smash the like button as well. We're only 6 now away from 200. I'm sure we can get there as we just get an overview of Paris. 73.3 kilometers to go. But yeah, Biniam Girmay not having a good Tour de France. Started very well with a second place. But yeah, really not being his. And then obviously the story of Lotto and Intermarché potentially merging. Or the Intermarché riders said that they're not going to be honoring their contracts, or they can seek employment elsewhere. That's also a big worry as well, because you would probably think he's on quite a big salary after that Tour de France last year. So obviously that means he's going to be out in the market. And yeah, they're coming past the Louvre as well, the beautiful museum. There's actually a very, very nice cafe down next to the entrance to the Louvre. You can buy blue tea there. Blue tea. I can't remember what the blue tea was, but yeah, they passed the Louvre now. They are in Paris. And they're going to start their 4 laps of the Champs-Élysées as well. So the race, making it past the Louvre, such an iconic scene. And yeah, I mean, they are going to be, some of these riders who have done a lot of Tour de France will feel a bit anticlimactic about this. They'll be like, oh, we're almost finishing. We can take it easy. And then it's like, nope, you have to go for it. So yeah, a bit of a shame. But I have a few friends starting in Paris as well. It looks very crowded. Yeah, they're seeing the riders come through, being guided through with the riders with the yellow jerseys on their jerseys, or the yellow patch on the jerseys of Tadej Pogacar's team of UAE Team. UAE Team tasting success yet again. The former Lampre team. Very, very exciting. And yeah, another win to add to their collection. There's not many Grand Tours they don't win. They've never won the Vuelta. I mean, have they won the Vuelta as Lampre? Did Lampre ever win it? Yeah. But 71.9 kilometers. We are seeing the riders that we're so used to seeing at the front. Tim Wellens, Nils Pollard, Marc Soler, Pavel Sivakov, Adam Yates. All these guys have been of great service. Narvaez as well. Really good team. So, yeah. We will wait and see what happens here on the stage. It's certainly an interesting one for many of the fans. I mean, this stage, they just open another part up for more fans as well. So in that way, it's pretty good for the French or the Parisian fans, or whoever's made their way to this part. They're on the Place de la Concorde now, and then they'll make their way up the Champs-Élysées. One of the richest, I think, most expensive streets in all of the world, maybe. Definitely France. But yeah, it's definitely up there in Europe, I think. And yeah, he's coming in towards, he smiles now, Tadej Pogacar. He's 20 kilometers away from his GC being frozen. But they are now on the final circuit. They're making their way to the finishing line as well. They've got 400 meters until they get to that finish line, which they are going to be crossing a few times. So a bit anticlimactic. Can we just finish now? Is that what the riders are thinking? Can we just stop the race now? Can we just call it a day now? But obviously that's not how it works. 70.7 kilometers still to go. The pace is increasing ever so slightly. 36 kilometers average still. And right now we're seeing the UAE team being the first team crossing the line together. So the peloton have let them go. And there is a breakaway made up of UAE Team Emirates riders. So that is quite funny. We've got 6 laps to go. We are on that final circuit. So, guys, we are moments away from action happening. So the processional stuff, the ceremonial stuff will almost be gone. It will almost be gone. But Paul, most of you are saying that Roglic should maybe just stay at Red Bull Bornholmscore, so that is fair enough as well. Maybe he'll be given some sort of opportunity. Maybe not the Tour de France ever again. Might be his last ever tour as a GC leader. Joint though, 70 kilometers still to go here. Yeah, there's a lot of fans on the side of the road. They barricaded it a lot, despite raining. There's a lot of fans here. We will wait and see what is going to happen here, but yeah, they are looking very good right now. These riders, they are looking very good. There's so many riders getting involved in potentially the stage. I don't know. Do you think he's wearing the armband just to get another name as a sponsor? Maybe. Don't know. But they are on their way. They can see the Arc de Triomphe as well. Absolutely incredible scenes. And there is a bit of a breakaway going up the road now. So there is a bit of a breakaway. There's 13.3 kilometers still to go until the riders get to the intermediate sprint, the final intermediate sprint of the 2025 Tour de France. And there will be 3 climbs up the Monmatre. That will be very, very interesting because we've never seen that before in the Tour de France. Maybe, I don't know. I don't think so. So, yeah. But right now we're getting Manos Court. We haven't seen him in all of the tour. He's been very silent. So Manos Court is absolutely just pushing on at the front. The man from Bornholm in Denmark. And yeah, we'll see what Manos Court can maybe do. I mean, Court, I don't know. Court doesn't seem like he's the Vuelta a España Court of a few years ago. But yeah, Manos Court maybe he could do it. You never know. Uno X stage win on the final stage. That would be even more electric. That would be the cherry on top of the cherry on top of the cherry of this great cake they've had. And yeah, we should probably get the Monmatre climb up as well. So I'll find that and get the climb on screen in terms of the profile. Yeah, right now it's Manos Court. He's being followed quite quickly though. So it's no one's really too keen to let him go. They are hunting him down. I think there will be a bit of a breakaway coming out of this. So I think the peloton might let go of this move here. But obviously now with this monstrosity of the 3 climbs, breakaways are going to be a bit more... They're going to be a bit more nervous about who they let into that breakaway. Let's see if Quinn Simmons does me right and gets in this one. We can see RKMBNB, Picnic Personnel, thinking about this as well. Yeah, Quinn Simmons is up there. Quinn Simmons is there. So, yeah. He is thinking about this. So, very, very fast pace now. I would love to see what the pace and the power is, but obviously we don't get that. I don't think they've not given us a profile. That's annoying. But it is 1.1 kilometers at 5.9%. That is the climb. And yeah, there is plenty of circuits for these riders. This is Quinn Simmons up towards the front. Picnic Personnel up here. Tour de Pro Cycling thinking about it. Julian Philippe for sure is going to try and do something here, don't you think? 2021 World Championships, he wasn't... Yeah, he's a good cobblestone rider. Remember the 2020 Tour of Flanders? That was a great moment as well. But 10.7 kilometers is all that's left of the stage. All that's left of the stage. 66.9.8. But Mara Schmidt towards the back, he tried to do a lot of work to try and get his defend his teammate's position in that 10th place, but that didn't quite happen, unfortunately. 66 kilometers left of the 2025 Tour de France. 10.3 kilometers until the intermediate sprint. Julian Philippe still at the front of this bunch. AG2R trying to hit out as well. Visma Lease Bike marking that. Wout van Aert, is he going to be given his opportunity? There's a lot of riders marking each other now. I think we are in the break formation phase of this stage. Bruno Amarai, he's trying to attack. He did very well at the Giro d'Italia. He's been very good working for his teammate of Felix Gall as well in a domestique position. Completely threw out the polka dot jersey ambitions he probably had before the start of the start of the race. So AG2R, a very good performance with them getting that 5th place. 65.7 kilometers still left of the stage. They're well and truly just motivated for this. the final stage of this year's Tour de France. Absolutely exquisite to see. And maybe we're going to get a bit of fireworks. We're 34 subscribers away from 56,000. I'm sure we can get there, guys. 34 subscribers. That's all we need. And then we're there. But 9 kilometers still left. They come up that tunnel section there. 65 kilometers. There's so much climbing. Well, there's 3 categorized climbs. The same categorized climb. But Cofidis is trying to hit out as well. So Cofidis just moving up the road a bit. Who is going to be answering this? Who is this? Who is this Cofidis rider? Movistar looking around at Cofidis. No stage win. Movistar, no stage win. Bahrain up there as well. No stage win for them either. Alpecin, they're interested in this. AG2R, no stage win either. Alex Renard, that is the man who's up here towards the front. The man who finished second in the Tour of the Copenhagen Sprint earlier this year as well, or earlier this summer. But Alex Renard absolutely just motoring through the streets of Paris. Is he going to be able to get up here? This is the place where we all saw the 2012 Tour de France where Bradley Wiggins was leading out the rainbow jersey of Mark Cavendish. Absolutely legendary scenes. They're going to get onto the Plastic Accord as well. They're coming out around. They are going to make their way up the Champs-Élysées once again. I think it's 3 or 4 laps that they have here. Ben Healy is in picture now as well. Is he thinking about this? This could be quite intriguing for Healy. Get a stage win. But, I mean, it's very, very open. With that neutralization of GC, I have no idea who's going to be winning. I don't think any of us have any idea. And I'm glad nobody's betting any money on this stage. I don't think Tadej Pogacar is going to go for this. We will wait and see what happens, but it really is a high pace. Well, sort of high pace. It's about 50 kilometers an hour. We've, of course, seen these guys really, really pushing on. And, maybe we will see something here. We'll wait and see, but there is a lot of riders pushing on. A lot of riders thinking about this as well. And maybe we can get a real big surprise here on the final day of this year's Tour de France. It would be very, very good to see. But for the time being, 63.6 kilometers. Plenty of you subscribing as well. So we're almost at 56,000 subscribers. So well done to everyone. 63.5 kilometers. 7 kilometers still to go to the most pointless intermediate sprint of this year's tour to some extent. But there's still money available. Obviously, they should almost double the money just to make it a bit more interesting. There's planes at the top as well. Very beautiful French flag being flown. So France is concluding its biggest bike race of this year. And maybe we will see something happening. Will we see fireworks from the riders? Quinn Simmons, can he take the stage win? Can we see a French winner? We've only had one French winner with Valentin Panapintre. So we will wait and see. But for the time being, it's beautiful plains at the top of Champs-Élysées, giving it a bit of an air show. But right now, EF Education Easy Post are taking control at the front. It's going to be a grind this. They're really going to grind this out now. They're really just going to really stretch this out. Ben O'Connor going out the back. Ben O'Connor, it's not 50 kilometers to go. So, Vertigo saying it's a puncture. Not a good time to have a puncture. But, I mean, his GC is basically 11th. It's not like that's going to change at all. But, yeah, they're coming around the Arc de Triomphe. It's absolute cobblestone. It also goes a bit up the Champs-Élysées. Which, yeah, you never really think about that either before you are actually there. And you're like, wait a minute. It's up on cobblestones. So it's not exactly the most easy terrain to cycle on, but 62.2 kilometers still to go here. We are seeing riders just try and get off the front. It's Uno X. I wouldn't be surprised if this is Jonas Abrahamsen. So they are just splitting up a lot. They are just splitting up quite a lot now. So it's all over the place for the riders. And maybe this is going to be our first move, our first attempt at a move. But who really needs this victory? I think Movistar really needs the victory. Abrahamsen going up with Santiago Potrago. I thought Matej Mohoric would be the man that Bahrain would try and send up the road. So there is a bit of a move forming here. The Lotto's up there. Red Bull is in here. Total Energies, we got Santiago Buitrago there, Tura, maybe Marco Haller. It looks like Marco Haller. It is Marco Haller, the Austrian. And Cofidis in there. Red Bull, who have they got in here? Who can you think of? Red Bull would be good. Jordi Meus would be a good one. But they're seeing Lawrence Pithy. Lawrence Pithy, the Kiwi rider. Yeah, debutant at the Tour de France, I think, as well. Yes, his second ever Grand Tour. So, obviously, his first year with Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe. But, yeah, here, in the breakaway up towards the front, his duties are done. So, he's just trying his own chances. They're saying they've got about an 11-second lead, but this might be gone now. They might be gone. But yeah, beautiful French flag by the aeroplanes. That was, oh my goodness, those planes are flying very close. I would never ever go to an air show because you see a lot of accidents at air shows as well. I think they had an accident at the Paris air show this weekend. But yeah, 5 kilometers to go to the intermediate sprint on the Champs-Élysées. Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe, they're still animating this. Nobody's up the front now, so no breakaway. They're really a high pressure. No one's breaking that elastic at the front, and the pace is just increasing almost to 38 kilometers an hour now, average. They are going about 53 kilometers here, 60 kilometers to go, 3.7 kilometers, 10 kilometers until we get the neutralization of the GC. So, yeah, interesting. But we have got the poll going as well, so maybe we should ask you another poll. In Danish media, we've seen rumors that are we going to see, should Vingegaard leave Visma? That was a story in Danish cycling media. 3.4 kilometers still to go. The back end of this bunch struggling. I think this is Michael Storer, just I think mechanical for him. So Michael Storer, who's been very aggressive, top 10 finisher at the Giro d'Italia, very, very good. Very, very good. But 3 kilometers to go until that intermediate sprint. 54.4 kilometers, very hectic. Attacked by Nilsen Paulus as well. Maybe he can do something. He won the E3 this year, wasn't it? The E3, the one, was it the E3 or the other one? I always mix them up. Maybe it was Dwars Vlaanderen. It was Dwars Vlaanderen where he managed to outsprint 3 Visma Lease bike riders, which was very, very embarrassing to say the least. 2.7 kilometers still to go here of the stage. 59 kilometers. What will happen on today's stage? That is the big question. Just waiting to see Wout van Aert. We're seeing him at the rear of the peloton as well. He's one of the guys that we're thinking about could do something. 2 riders have gone off the front. I think it is Nilsen Paulus. With who? Maybe it is Santiago Buitrago and Nilsen Paulus. So EF Education Easy Post, if they add a second stage win, I can't remember the last time they had 2 stage wins, EF Education Easy Post. Of course, a team that have done so many things in the Tour. Second place, third place, we were going through it a few days ago, that they've finished almost every single position in the top 10 apart from 1st and 5th. But 58.4 kilometers to go here. And they're not going to get 9th now, because we were thinking they were going to get 9th. But at the front, we got Uno X with Magnus Cort Nielsen, Santiago Buitrago, Nilsen Paulus up there as well. So these are the 3 riders trying to get up the road. They've got a handful of seconds of a lead, but I don't think that's going to be enough now. That is certainly not going to be enough. They are going to be, this is a very cagey situation at the front. They are well and truly not letting anyone go. Oh my goodness, guys. Well done to everyone. We've got 2 subscribers until we're at 56,000. 2 subscribers. That's it. That's nothing. Well, it's 2 people. 4 eyes. So 2 subscribers. So who's going to be the 56,000 subscriber? That is the big question. We'll see. I mean, the zombies will tell us. But 57.6 kilometers. And can we get to 56,000 subscribers before we get to 56 kilometers to go? But right now, those 3 riders, they've just been brought back here. So it's a very cagey situation at the front of the pack. They're not really letting anyone go. Nobody's let up the road. And they are just keeping a very tight situation. Very, very tight situation at the front. And Oh, guys. You all smashed the like button, so I have no idea who, or the subscribe button, because now we're in 56,007. So whoever was well done to every single one of you, and thank you to every single one of you for tuning in every day as well. I really do enjoy your company here of the Tour de France. But it's the final day, and we are seeing riders trying to jump up the road, and you did manage to do it before 56,000. So, yeah. AG2R trying to rip up this road as well. Are they going to be able to get up the road? That is the big question. There's a sprint coming up as well. Sprint coming up. The intermediate sprint. Maybe John Milan will try and get involved in this. Is he going to be able to get involved in this? Yeah. Is this John Milan? Is this John Milan? It looks like it is the green jersey. I think he is just trying to go for it here. So he just wants to finish that off, get the 1500 for his team. And yeah, a bit of a duel there with Magnus Cort Nielsen. So just solidifying his position. Just solidifying his position there. And yeah, that is very, very good work there by the riders. But Cofidis trying to launch off from that. So Cofidis trying to launch off as well. Yeah, Cofidis, who's this? Is this Alex Reynard that we saw was a bit eager earlier? Is he doing it here again? But John Milan wins the final intermediate sprint of the 2025 Tour de France. He's done pretty well, sweeping up intermediate sprints. Quinn Simmons that we were talking about before, really pushing on as well. Doing a really good job here. So yeah, they really are pushing on. But yeah, around the Arc de Triomphe again, they've done this a lot. Quinn Simmons, Red Bull trying to mark him as well. So the American is really just being yeah, really just keeping this going. But John Milan, happy about that. We're not quite getting a situation knowing who it is. I think it's Florian Lipovic. Is this Florian Lipovic? Surely not. I think it's Lawrence Piffy. It must be Lawrence Piffy. Piffy with Quinn Simmons, I guess. Two very good classics riders. And we'll see if they're going to be able to really just keep this up. Romain Gregoire, that was someone I was thinking about who could maybe end the drought of Groupama FDJ. No stage wins for them since Thibaut Pinot. Movistar as well, equally as long drought almost. Ineos Grenadiers obviously winning 2 stages. That was very good. Is this Lipovic? It is Lipovic. Lipovic is going for this. Lipovic is pushing on now. 54.7 kilometers to go. Allez, Lipovic. What is he thinking? He's thinking, well, we stopped the GC at 50 kilometers to go, so I might as well gain some seconds. So 54.5 kilometers, 4 seconds for these two. The yellow jersey, are we going to see some response from Oscar Only? Picnic Personnel, super good team performance the other day. And 54 kilometers, 62 kilometers an hour. Quinn Simmons looks around. He's probably like, what? Why is the white jersey here? He's not the guy I want with me. But 54 kilometers away from the finish. They're going to be passing the finish momentarily again. But for the time being, it's looking very good here. Paris is out. They are welcoming the race back. And this is looking very, very good. Thank you, Rhonda, for the kind coffee donation or haircut donation. I'm not quite sure which one it is anymore. But it is looking very good. And thank you to every single one of you who have tuned in. Rhonda is especially one of them. Yeah. But Alexei Lutsenko going out the back and doing a very good job to be in many of the breakaways. But right now, Quinn Simmons is trying to up the pace at the front. Benjamin Thomas, the man who was involved in one of the funniest crashes we've seen for a Cat 4, is just making his way up the road as well. But yeah, for the time being, it's looking very good for the riders. 53 kilometers still to go. 7 seconds. 7 seconds they build up these two now. Florian Lipovic and Quinn Simmons. Is Florian Lipovic thinking about this? Yeah. Riley Lopez is saying Lipo may be controlling this for Mayus. Yeah, maybe. He's just giving back to his team. Mayus, is he thinking that he can survive to the end here for a stage win? But Lipovic looking around. Quinn Simmons, he knows that this might be a bad one to say the least. Absolutely impressive riding by him. But right now, is Quinn Simmons going to add his first ever Grand Tour stage win to his career? We will wait and see. But for the time being, really, really pushing on right now. They've got 8 seconds. It's not really anything, is it? This can be overturned in a few accelerations quite quickly. Binyam Gumai managed to pick up the 3rd place as well in that intermediate sprint. Didn't overturn the lead of Tadej Pogacar, who finishes 2nd in the green jersey. So Tadej Pogacar absolutely all over the place in these classifications. Not there in the white one, obviously, but yeah. And who is going to be winning this stage? That is the big question. Are we going to see a stage victory from Quinn Simmons? He is, yeah. We will wait and see. But doing a very good job right now at keeping the pressure on. Very, very high pressure now. It's taking a lot of effort just to get that first group up the road, or these 2 riders up the road. But yeah, 51.6 kilometers. We're less than 2 kilometers away from them freezing the general classification. So then Tadej Pogacar and them can just take it super easy, not really do anything, and just chill around Paris if they want to. But for the time being, the pace is still on. The breakaway, Arkea, trying desperately to get this back as well. So Arkea, who are they thinking about? Has Vauclain got a chamber left in his, or a bullet left in his chamber? Romain Gregoire, I would really like to see him try and do something on today's stage. But obviously he had a very nasty crash yesterday, so maybe we won't see him in action. But there are plenty of riders who will want to try and do something if they can. But for the time being, it is looking very good for, yeah, riders just relaxing there as well, just trying to stay comfortable. We got Tim Wellens looking quite poised as well. He's got Tadej Pogacar on his wheel. I mean, Tim Merlier, can he survive the climb? He might be thinking about a stage win. Can the sprinters actually get the sprint win here? Of course, I would love to see Tobias Halle Johannessen. Oh, no, the other Tobias Lone Dreisen win today. But yeah, that's going to be an interesting mission, to say the least, if he's going to be able to do that. But 50.3 kilometers left, 300 meters until they stop the general classification forever. And that will be the history books for those general classification seconds. They are really just pushing on the pace now. 50 kilometers has been crossed. That's it. It's official. Tadej Pogacar has won this year's Tour de France, 4th Tour de France. But we still have 50 kilometers, 3 laps to go. 11 seconds for these 2 riders, of Florian Lipovic and Quinn Simmons. So they really are just pushing on now. They really are pushing this on. And maybe we will see a big showdown on the first ascent, the second ascent, or the third ascent up the Monmatre, up to Sacré-Cœur. It is looking pretty comfortable for many of these riders. But who is going to be winning? That is the big question. Not sure. I'm really not sure if we're going to get anyone winning this out of the guys that we were talking about. I don't think Tadej Pogacar is going to be winning the stage. Let's ask you guys as well. Do you think Tadej is going to be winning? I'm not too certain. But in terms of the poll, 62% of you are saying no, that Jonas shouldn't leave this Melissa bike. But I mean, that's quite a big yes. I was suspecting you guys to say 90-10 or something like that. But Quinn Simmons still at the front. Smash the like button if you haven't already. Let's try and get to 300. And of course, subscribe if you haven't already. Let's try and get to 100,000 subscribers. Obviously, we can't do that right now. Yeah. 49 kilometers to go here. 49 kilometers to go. Are we going to see a stage win from Lidl Trek once more with a different rider? Or are we going to see Alpecin try and win with a 4th rider? We've seen Soudal won with Remco, they won with Tim Merlier, and they won with Valentin Panapantra. Didn't they win with a 3rd rider? Or 4th rider? They were trying to win with Pascal Acorn the other day as well. So, yeah. Healthcare saying that champagne's in the UAE beat on for sure. I've had the best finish is a Danish, but no Mads Pedersen this year. Yeah, I think Mads Pedersen would have enjoyed this finish maybe, but obviously it depends on how fast they go as well. So yeah, they said it as well. Due to the weather conditions, the general classification has been taken by 50 kilometers to go. 50.3 kilometers to go. Bit of a shame, obviously, bit of a shame seeing the racing just being taken out. But yeah, I mean, probably a good idea. Maybe it makes it a bit more interesting. Who knows? But for the time being, 48 kilometers still to go of the stage. We're seeing Quinn Simmons and Florian Lipovic. They're just still out towards the front. The American national champion with the white jersey winner of this year's Tour de France and third place finisher as well. Quite a funny move. Maybe he just felt like he had a bit of energy in the tank. There is a stage win up for grabs, but I haven't seen Florian Lipovic doing many turns. So I think maybe the working theory that you guys put in that he might be sandbagging on behalf of Jordi Meeus here. So Mathieu van der Poel, shame that he isn't here, but they've got 6.8 kilometers until we get to the first ascent of that climb up to the Sacré-Cœur. So the riders are definitely getting organized here. Obviously, you don't want anyone to crash now. So we'll see. They still need to cross the finish line. But there is a lot of argy-bargy going on right now. So the riders need to be quite careful about this. Despite having the neutralization of the GC, it doesn't look like it is any less dangerous right now. And obviously nobody wants to crash on the final stage of the tour. Ooh, Jordi Meeus, puncture. So Red Bull Bora Grand Screw are having a bit of problems here. We're seeing Picnic Post and up towards the front. We're seeing the green jersey, John to Milan. So maybe Milan is thinking about this as well. Can he hang on in the climbs? Tim Merlier, Caden Groves certainly does seem like a climber who could, sprinter who could be in the mix for this. So we'll wait and see. It's gonna be a whole new adventure for the Tour de France. I don't know if they've ever been up here. I saw old video footage on French TV that they have been up here before. They used to have an amateur race up there. But yeah, 46 kilometers still to go. We're getting ever closer to that first ascent up that climb, the Sacré-Cœur. And yeah, 11 seconds is not much of a lead, but it is a lead. Mechanical for Van Sintenmarkensteig was at the conference for Intermarché. He laughed very much when the interviewer or the reporter asked him how he felt that all the commentators were going to rue his name saying it. But Israel Primitek coming to the front. They're one of the other teams that haven't tasted a success in this year's tour. They're just trying to up the pressure. They want to make themselves visible at the front, and maybe they can do something here. In the final throws of this year's Tour de France, maybe they can be the team that takes the victory. Maybe they can do it. Who knows? They're absolutely doing everything. Visma Lease by really starting to up the pressure as well. They may be thinking about Wout van Aert, Tour Pro Cycling as well, getting on the right-hand side or left-hand side of there on the road. But right now, it is looking very intriguing what they're going to do. A lot of these teams are nervous about this climb. I don't think anyone's written this up in Recon. But for the time being, Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe, they are up towards the front with Quinn Simmons as well in there. But 45 kilometers to go. 12 seconds. 12 seconds is all that separates them from the finishing line. So we'll wait and see if they can do something here. But right now it is looking very intriguing. 45 kilometers, 12 seconds, 12 seconds. This is, it's not going to hold, is it? I think we're going to get some real big attacks from behind on that first ascent. But I think this might be a very close affair. It might be a very, very close affair, this. The only winner, or the only rider to win here up this climb was, our man of Remco Evenepoel, who's not here anymore. But the Courte de la Butte Monmatre, this is only its second ever use in any professional setting. 44.4 kilometers. Ooh, what is going to happen here? 44.4. 44.4. They've got a turn. They're getting closer and closer. They're seeing the Concorde, plastic Concorde. Now they're venturing into the new parts. They can see Sacré-Cœur as well, or we can from the helicopter shot. So Sacré-Cœur is definitely in shot now, and this is where the fireworks might be happening. This could be absolutely ecstatic what's going to happen now. But yeah, they have been brought back. So there's no one out in front. No one out in front. So, yeah, who will win the stage? Is it going to be Wout van Aert? Is it going to be Ineos Grenadiers? Is it going to be Tadej Pogacar? Will Tadej win this final stage? This is history in the making. Will Pogacar win the stage? Yes or no? Is there anyone you can think of? Maybe this will be a sprinter's affair. How hard is that climb? Is it hard enough to get rid of the sprinters? But for the time being, we're just waiting to see if we're going to see some real big movements here. Real big movements on the stage. But we are seeing Alpecin. They're very interested in this. They've already won stages with 3 different riders. They won a 4th stage as well if they can. They're really just being aggressive here in leading into it. 43.3 kilometers is all that's left. Alaphilippe, Mark Hirschi as well for Tour de Pro Cycling could maybe get involved. There's so many riders that have the potential with the climb not being too hard, not too long. So who's it going to be? Who is it going to be? That is the big question here. Alaphilippe would be a very popular winner. The French winning the final stage. I don't think we've had that in a very long time. I think Arnaud Démare was the last time we had that happen. But the Monmatre is getting closer and closer. They've taken the average speed up to 40 kilometers an hour. So that is a bit better than what we had earlier where they were doing 24 kilometers an hour. But Alpecin and Tour de Pro Cycling, they are the teams up towards the front. And maybe there could be a golden victory here for Alpecin. We've got Tour de Pro Cycling up there as well. Lotto's up there. They might want to try and do something with Arnaud Démare. Wout van Aert is very much up there as well. So these guys are really starting to increase the pressure here at the front. Wout van Aert, this will be fascinating. This will be very fascinating. Can Groves take 2 victories in a row? That would be absolutely incredible as well. Last time we saw someone win stage 20 and stage 21 was with Wout van Aert a few years ago, back in 2021. But right now, Tour de Pro Cycling, they want to try and get a stage win out from their first ever Tour de France, the Swiss team. Really just upping the tempo. We're very, very close now to the foot of that climb up to Sacré-Cœur. This is going to be an interesting one, to say the very least. Are we going to get a stage victory? Is this going to be it, guys? We are going to get a stage victory. I don't know where I was going with that. But who's going to be winning? That is the big question. Ineos Grenadiers would love to get another stage win. Alpecin won another stage win. If you got one stage win already, you want another one. So Alpecin could do it. I mean, we could get Visma Lease bike with Wout van Aert. Wout van Aert hasn't really done anything. So, yeah, Tour de Pro Cycling really just upping the tempo here with the former European champion of Matteo Trentin. He's tasted success before in the race. So can Tour de Pro Cycling maybe just get their first ever stage win here? They got a top 10 in the Giro d'Italia, which was very impressive. Julien Philippe has been up there on stages, but not taking any win. He was very close to the Monmatre. Ooh, there's just a bit of argy-bargy going on at the front. Almost like we're getting a sprint lead out here at the front. Tadej Pogacar is still up there, up towards the front, so he might still be thinking about this. Tadej Pogacar doesn't care about that neutralization of the general classification. He is up here. Tadej is feeling this. Wasn't there at the Olympics, but he is here in the final stage of the Tour de France, going up Monmatre. Is he going to be spoiling the party for many of these riders? They are getting very close. Arnaud Démare would love this. If Arnaud Démare is in good form, this is the time. This is the time. Come on, Arnaud Démare. We believe Lotto needs a victory. They've had bad news, but they're getting very, very close now. 40.6 kilometers. They are going to be making their way onto this climb momentarily. Ooh, there's so many people here. There's so many people. They are on the foot of the Sacré-Cœur climb. 1.1 kilometer at an average of 5.9% cobblestone road. This might not be anything, but it is history in the making that the riders are feeling. They've never been here before. Lotto trying to fight up to get up towards the front. They want to try and get their man there. The crowds are many, many people thick here. Tudor still trying to guide this up. Can we see some action here on the first of 3 ascents on this climb? They have got that circuit. Biniam Girmay is in the mix. Biniam Girmay, here we go. Julien Philippe. Lulu is attacking. Lulu is attacking. Victor Campenaerts trying to keep this back as well. Julien Philippe, the showman, really just lighting this up now. Really just attacking as much as possible. He's being joined by a Lotto rider marking the Tour de Pro cyclist legend that is Arnaud Delis. Arnaud Delis and Julien Philippe. Come on, Binyam. You can do it. Tadej Pogacar, is he feeling this as well? This is a puncher's showdown. They've got 300 meters left of this first catch, or the first of three. We got 3 more to go, or 2 more to go. Who's going to take that 1 point? Tadej Pogacar is coming roaring up. Tadej Pogacar is coming up the road as well. Tadej Pogacar, oh my goodness. This man wants another stage win. He wants to feel the crowd. Ever the showman as well, Tadej Pogacar. Oh my goodness. We got the yellow jersey in the mix here. Arnaud Delis fighting to hang in here as well. We got Picnic Personal trying to be up there. There's so many riders really just trying to get in the mix. We got a very, very elite group towards the front. There's Tobias, Lund, and Dreesen's up towards the... Come on, Tobias, you can do it. We believe. Friend of the channel, Tobias Lund Andresen. Is he going to win this stage? Oh my goodness. If he wins, I am going to go absolutely bananas. So, yeah, let's see if that happens. But holy moly, this is a group. Arnaud Delis, Tobias Lund Andresen, Mike Chernissen, Julien Philippe, Wout van Aert, and Tadej Pogacar, the winner of this year's Tour de France. They are absolutely mixing it up here towards the front. Smash the like button as well. Let's try and get to 300 before we get to the next categorized climb. We've got 2 more. 2 more. Come on, Tobias. I believe this would be crazy if he does this. But I did say earlier, he is a bit more of a rugged sprinter, a bit like Arnaud Delis. They can take a bit of a parkour, a bit of a climb. But Tadej Pogacar, he's at the front now. He's got Wout van Aert on his wheel. So Tadej Pogacar in the mix here. He's not going to be taking any more time on Jonas Vingegaard. But Tadej Pogacar with Wout van Aert. These two have been in a similar situation in the Worlds in 2023. But there was 2 other riders that are not in this race. Mads Pedersen and Jonas Vingegaard. Mads Pedersen and Mathieu van der Poel. But great to have almost 800 people in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from as well. Who you think is going to be winning this stage. And yeah, the Vingegaard jokes unfortunately continue in the chat. Don't worry, I did see them. I mean, sometimes they're fair enough, I guess. I still think the funniest one you guys said was that he was the best domestique rider for U18 Mermaids. I mean, Pogacar was a good domestique as well for Vingegaard the other day. Did a lot of the work with guiding him up the climb. But the pace has gone up to 40.2 kilometers an hour here. Tadej Pogacar is in this front group. They've not got many seconds, so I think this group is just going to be brought back from another group behind the back. So, yeah, but Wout van Aert is taking turns, so he is committed. Could he take another Champs-Élysées stage win? He took one in 2021. The former Belgian national champion would definitely love to take a win here. He's not tasted success in the Tour de France since 2022. So we'll wait and see. He just pulls off. And we got Alaphilippe up there towards the front. We got Ballerini in there. So it wasn't Mike Chernissen, it was Ballerini. But this is being brought back. A second group is bringing this group back now. But Alaphilippe, wow. The crowd, imagine the feeling being Alaphilippe going up and listening to the French fans screaming up the Monmatre. That would have been crazy scenes. But yeah, Tadej Pogacar, he's absolutely just revving it up here. And wow, what the riders are feeling here on that. We'll wait and see what they say in the interviews. But 36.7 kilometers, they've got another circuit here. They're going to pass the finish line once more, and then they will head towards that climb once more. So we are on the second of 3 laps, or we will be when they pass the finishing line. They've got one more lap, and then the final lap, and then they go up, and we'll see who actually goes for it. I mean, Tadej Pogacar, is he going to try and win yet another stage? I mean, he loves to be part of history, and he couldn't be making history once more again. This group is a very small peloton group. I think Jonas Vingegaard is not part of this. So, yeah, Tadej Pogacar absolutely choosing violence this morning. He's absolutely going to get involved in this. Tadej Pogacar, absolutely keeping it alive from start to finish of this year's Tour de France. But who's going to be winning this stage? We will wait and see. We will wait and see. Wout van Aert, Tadej Pogacar, are we going to see them resuming their bit of a rivalry that they've had a few times? They had a very close Tirreno Adriatico back in 2021 where Tadej Pogacar won the GC and Wout actually finished second, winning that final time trial and winning the points classification. But AG2R is the next team trying to upping the acceleration. This might be Bruno Amarai. And Vingegaard is not part of this peloton, so he is tapped out. He is not part of this racing. Biniam Gamay is up here, so Biniam, oh my goodness, if Biniam wins that, yeah, that will be such a relief for him and his team. And a very, very happy news for them if he could pull this off. Wout van Aert in there. Astana have riders in there as well. Groupama FDJ has a rider. Alpecin is present. But who's going to be winning this? This is a very, very elite group that are interested in winning the stage here. So we'll wait and see. But 34.7 kilometers still to go of the stage. We are getting closer to that next lap starting. So the second lap out of 3 starting. And that second voyage up that climb as well. So we'll see. But right now, Tadej Pogacar is doing a very good job just to keeping the pace at the front. They're looking behind as well to see if there's anyone behind wanting to get involved in this. And yeah, it really is interesting that the selection that are towards the front that want to be involved in this. No Jonas Vingegaard. Yeah, who's not involved in this? That's probably the bigger question as well. But yeah, they are just seeing the weather. It is looking like it's changing a bit. Dark clouds. It is ominous. It could maybe change something up here. Tadej Pogacar is just enjoying his last day on the bike before the Tour de France finishes. There's only 34 kilometers left of the Tour de France this year. We're seeing AG2R trying to head out before the finishing line. They've got about 400 meters until the finish line. And they're really just trying to accelerate hard if they can. Can they just keep this pressure on? Put the pressure as hard as possible if they can to deter anyone else. I mean, there is a lot of sprinters in this group. So that's going to be a bit worrying for many of these teams. Tadej Pogacar electing to be part of this is absolutely showing what a showman he is as well. He might not win the stage. He might win the stage. But he absolutely giving the crowd, seeing the yellow jersey, motor around the roads. Despite the neutralization, which, I mean, I don't know how you feel about it. Probably a good idea. I don't know. I'm a bit, yeah. Thibaut Nace trying to get up here as well. Thibaut Nace, Jonathan Milan in that group. So a second group trying to chase this down. So Jonathan Milan hasn't given up on potentially winning the stage as well. So maybe we will see Jonathan Milan get himself back into this. You never know, but Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe trying as well in the third group. It's a bit further back. Jonathan Milan, will he be able to do this? Jonathan Milan, could he maybe do it? I don't know. We will wait and see. Jonathan Milan could maybe do something if they can get it back, but he does seem like he suffered a bit. And if the puncheurs are feeling like they want a bit of a party at the front here at Monmatre, I don't think we're going to see a sprinter like him, unfortunately. Favorite moment of the Tour de France? Can you guys think of that? What's been your favorite moment of this year's Tour de France? Drop that in the chat as well so we can all see what our favorite moments been. Very wet roads now, so maybe it was a good to neutralize it. We're seeing a bit of movement at the front as well. They're just trying to keep the pressure going as well. Uno X, they really want to keep this alive. Maybe they can do it. Apparently, the green jersey is only 10 seconds away, so it's not that much here. It's not that much now. So they're doing a very good job to keep this pressure on. But for the time being, Abrahamsen is the rider who's really trying to keep the acceleration on at the front. It's going to be a very big group here. We're going to see the next acceleration coming up shortly as well. And they've only got 32 kilometers left. Only 32 kilometers left of the stage. Great to have so many people in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from as well. And what has been your favorite moment of this year's Tour de France? Favorite moment, sprint with Pogacar and Mathieu van der Poel. I agree with that. That was very good, very very good. Yeah, I love the moment. The face of Pogacar and Van der Poel was absolutely incredible. But yeah, we will see. Tade might want to back off here. No, he's still going. He's still going. We're seeing EF Education Esports really just upping the pressure as well, doing everything they can. They really want to. There's a lot of riders still interested in this. The rain is here. It's absolutely dire conditions right now. But there's a very big group interested in this. Axel Oranz is in here. Heavy rain now as well. Astana desperately want to get something out of this. Lotto want to get something out of this. Cofidis wants to get off the bottom of the worst performing team of this year's tour. Fred Wright in there has never tasted a success other than his national championships. Very close to a stage win behind Mads Pedersen. But yeah, very, very cool pictures right now on the road. I don't know where Tobias Lund Andreasen is sitting right now, but I mean, this is worrying times now. Worrying times for the riders. They're going to be a bit worried about the scenes here. But are we going to get any crashes? Could maybe happen. We don't want to see it happen. But with wet roads, with cobblestones, and them pushing on, I think this could maybe be one for a crash at some point. But Mate Morahich, I think he's up here in this group. We're just seeing him towards the front. Maybe he's feeling quite good and wants to push on as well. Super strong rider, as we know. Really has animated a lot of races that he's been part of. But maybe he could do something. We will wait and see. But he certainly is looking very good here, Mate Morahich. He's been very quiet this year's Tour de France. But maybe he will be able to just lift it up, the pressure a bit. So we'll wait and see here. We'll wait and see. Yeah, but everything is happening right now. Yeah, 29.9 kilometers, 22 seconds. Yeah, it's looking very good now, right now. But yeah, 29.7 kilometers. Who will win this? We will wait and see. It's so wet here. 29.6 kilometers. They really is wet, but they are pushing on at the front. Yeah. But Julien Philippe trying to drive the pace out. I think Matteo Jorgensen is part of this as well. Jorgensen's here. Kampenaerts is in here as well. Pavel Bittner is in here with his teammate Tobias Lund Andreasen. Aurelien Panapantren is there. Kevin Vauclain apparently is in here as well. The top 10 finisher. Binyam Gamay, what will he be able to do? If he can get the stage win, that will be absolutely incredible. But yeah, we will see. But it's a very wet day right now. It's really pouring down now. So is this going to make some of the riders nervous? Who's good in the rain as well? That remains to be seen. Are we going to see... yeah, 28.8 kilometers, 25 seconds. But yeah, they come under that famous bridge as well. They're going to make their way to the Champs-Élysées. But yeah, they passed the line, but we are getting very close to that next climb up the Côte de la Butte Monmatre, 1 kilometer at just about 5%. Cobblestones, wet cobblestones, will probably be one of the best atmospheres in cycling, maybe similar to that of Flanders. Thank you as well, Hope Slips, for a bit of coffee money or haircut money. I don't know which one it is for you guys. But yeah, let us know your favorite moment in this year's Tour de France. I'm still thinking about mine. Don't really know. 28 kilometers still to go on the stage. I enjoyed a lot of this year's Tour de France. There were some really good moments, but this moment as well is pretty cool. 27.9 kilometers left of this stage. Who's going to be winning this? I don't know. I mean, wet weather is definitely an equalizer of some form. It's going to throw it a bit up in the air. And yes, Jonas has technically been dropped. He's not part of these festivities at the front. He's decided to tap out, so he's not involved in this front group, growing group. They're saying about a 27-man group thereabouts, 27-man groups. That doesn't include Johnson Land. There is no Lipovic in there. There is no Oscar Only. There is no Jonas Vingegaard. But there is a Tadej Pogacar. The yellow jersey is on his own. His teammates have decided to tap out as well. Caden Groves is in there. He's going to be a big danger man. You've got Ballerini in there. Could be dangerous. Bittner, Andreessen, Deli, all these fast men, if they can hang on together with Wout van Aert, will be very, very dangerous. But they are just making their way towards the Monmatre now. So they're going to get that 1 kilometer up that climb. We got 27.2 kilometers still left of the stage. This is real excitement at the front end of the Tour de France. It's coming to the closing moments. It's delivered on many stages in terms of excitement. And right now, will Tadej win this stage? Is pretty close. 350 of you have voted, and it's almost 50-50. So if you believe he can win, put it in the poll, because right now most of you are thinking no. Matej Mohoric definitely could be a bit of a danger man here. I don't think we've ever had a Slovenian win the Champs-Élysées stage. 26.8 kilometers. This is going to be a very tense finish here. Very tense finish. And yeah, the rain has really just come down. Really come down here. So who's going to win this? Jasper Stuyven in this group as well. Julien Philippe together with Matteo Trentin. The pace right now is Mohoric, who is controlling this right now at the front. But Mohoric almost hitting a bit of road furniture as well. So that was a bit worrying for him. But Matej Mohoric taking the corners very sharply, shall we say. But they are really pushing on now. It's the yellow helmet of Victor Kampenaerts keeping it up. They're thinking about Wout van Aert. If Wout van Aert could take this victory here, that would be a very successful one for him. Second place to John Timlan on one of the stages as well earlier in this tour. But right now, this could be an exciting one for many of these guys. Who's going to be winning this? 2 kilometers until they get to the foot of that climb. 2 kilometers. Kampenaerts doing a good job here at the front. One of the best domestique riders. One of the best signings of 2025. And right now, he is absolutely just motoring. He's got Tadej Pogacar not far away as well. Wout van Aert's in there. There's red lights, but they don't care about that. We're seeing AG2R trying to hit out as well. I think these guys want to try and deny Tadej Pogacar the victory. There's a stage win up for grabs, and right now it's a real lottery pick. Ooh, the brakes. The wet sounds of disc brakes is not a good sound. It's not a good sound. But they are coming close to going up that climb once more. We're just getting AG2R, just upping the pressure here. I think it's Aurélien Pannepantre. Wants to be the first rider through this. 25.4 kilometers still to go on the stage. Yeah, this is looking very interesting now. 25.3 kilometers of the stage. Are we going to see something happening here? 46 seconds for the green jerseys, so they're probably not going to play a part of this. Vauclain up here. He might want to take a stage win. He took one last year in Bologna. Can he take one here as well? On French soil, Biniam Girmay obviously wants another stage win. He's already won 3 times at the Tour de France last year, but no stage wins this year. Second place on the opening stage, we got Uno X. They obviously want to have another stage win. They have Abrahamsen, the stage winner, in here. You've got Astana not having any stages in this year's Tour de France. They won it. The former winners of the Tour de France, they've got Mike Jonassen, Clermont Champignon. They've got Ballerini in here, so maybe they can just get their Italian sprinter in the perfect environment, but we will wait and see. But there's a lot of fast men in this group, so that's going to be a bit of a worry for some of these guys. We're seeing Jurgensen just marking moves as well. I think this is for Wout van Aert. Wout van Aert has 2 teammates with him. I think he's the one who has the most teammates in this group. So Visma Lease Bike. No, Astana have 3 riders as well. So we will wait and see. We will wait and see. But great to have 300 likes as well. Great to have almost 900 people in the chat. And now it's Victor Kampenaerts, Matteo Jurgensen. They are really driving the pace now. They are going to be driving it into this So we'll see if Campenaerts will get this right. Are they going to do an absolutely impressive lead out? Is Wout van Aert going to do an attack here? 24 kilometers to go. Very, very close to that second passage of the Monmatre climb up to Sacré-Cœur. Such a beautiful area of Paris. There isn't many in Paris. Very gritty, raw place. But yeah, right now we will see a bit of beauty in the Tour de France. Alaphilippe, a real big character in France, but they're coming up towards the climb now. 1.1 kilometers at 5.9% on cobbles, wet cobbles. And now we're seeing Victor Campenaerts just upping the pressure. The yellow jersey's up there. He's well and truly in the mix here. Campenaerts doing a very good turn here for his teammates. So is Jorgensen. They are doing this for Wout van Aert to end that drought on no stage victories since 2022. And of course, he has tasted 9 victories already. Tadej Pogacar versus Wout van Aert. Who's going to be winning? Is it going to be Wout? Is it going to be Tadej? Is it going to be a sprinter? We will wait and see. But right now, they are just powering up this climb. Still 600 meters to go. 600 meters to go. Campenaerts really pushing on. Some of the riders thinking about this, just moving around. Tadej Pogacar ups the pressure now. Tadej Pogacar upping the tempo here. Is anyone going to come with the Tour de France champion? He just ejects a bit of pace here on the cobblestones. Oh, Tadej. Oh, almost caught out by a bit of a gutter there. But Tadej just increasing the acceleration, trying to get rid of some of the sprinters. Just really upping the tempo here. What are the Watts doing right now? He's really stringing this group out. There's 400 meters left now. 400 meters left of this climb. 300 meters left. Tadej Pogacar absolutely just increasing the pressure now. Pogacar upping the pressure as much as possible. He's made a very elite selection now. There's an Astana rider. There is Wout van Aert with Matteo Jorgensen. So it might be Visma versus Tadej once more. Tadej absolutely upping the tempo. Looks around and thinks, I'm not alone here. There are still riders here. The gradient not too steep enough for him to just ride away solo. But he is going to be picking up the penultimate Mountains Jersey point, it looks like. Might just be picking up that penultimate Mountains Jersey point in his... Another one to add to his collection. He is riding away with that polka dot jersey at the end of this race. And yeah, now he looks around. And certainly there are going to be riders coming back here. We will wait and see. But 22.7 kilometers. There is Ballerini. He's very fast. There's Matteo Trentin. He's very fast. There's Wout van Aert. There is Jorgensen and Tadej Pogacar. So are they going to let this group behind back into it? They have about a 5-second gap here. 5-second gap now. So what will happen? But we are seeing the group behind wanting to come back into this. Tadej Pogacar looks like he's just upping the tempo on the descent as well here on the wet roads. So yeah, he's just stringing it out a bit more here. So this is instant classic, as Space said. This is not a stage of the Tour de France anymore. This is a classic race. Imagine if they did this race once a year. But for the time being, 22 kilometers still to go here. 10 seconds is the gap to the very big group behind. 22 riders. Are they going to be able to bridge this gap? There's plenty of teams that have more riders in there. So we'll wait and see. But 2 points picked up by Tadej Pogacar today. So he's increased his polka dot jersey lead. And we will see if something's going to happen here. But they really are just upping the tempo at the front. What is going to happen now? Tadej Pogacar really hitting out here. That group has 11 seconds now. 11 seconds right now. So they are just trying to keep this momentum going. But they have a long way still to the finish. 21.6 kilometers to go. This wasn't the final ascent. We've got one more ascent up that brutal cobble climb with all the French fans screaming in your ear with joy. And the yellow jersey absolutely being propelled up that climb ever so slightly more. But for the time being, he's absolutely delivering the showmanship again. He knows he's not got any more stages left of the Tour de France. He won the final stage last year in Nice. Can he win the final stage again? Can he be the first yellow jersey to win on the Champs-Élysées since who? I mean, Greg LeMond didn't win the as yellow jersey on the Champs-Élysées. He was overturning the yellow jersey, attacking the yellow jersey. But 21 kilometers still to go, 12 seconds. These guys have built up of a margin. These 6 riders, are these going to be the 6 riders that fight it out for this stage win? It's very, very fast descent here. There are definitely going to be some KOMs flying all over the place. But right now, Ballerini could maybe get a golden opportunity to take a stage win. We've got Matteo Jorgensen. He's absolutely going to be covering moves for Wout van Aert. Wout van Aert is in the best position, maybe. He has been beaten in the rain before by Matteo Trentin many, many years ago in the European Championships, where Trentin beat not only Wout van Aert, but also Mathieu van der Poel in a sprint. But yeah, Tour de Pro Cycling might be licking their lips at this prospect as well. How good is Trentin feeling? Has he got the legs for this? But 20 kilometers still to go of the stage. We've got Matej Mohoric, a danger man, as we know. 2 Slovenians in this group. 1 American, 1 Belgian, 2 Italians. No French riders in that front group. So, bit of a shame for the French public. Where are you, Lulu? Where are you, Alaphilippe? Where are you, Kevin Vauclain? Absolutely scenes here in Paris. The rain is pouring down. Is absolutely pouring down. The disc brakes, we're hearing that as well at every turn. The screech of the disc brakes. Tadej Pogacar leading them through this very sharp corner. But right now, Jorgensen is there for none other than Wout van Aert. There is no chance of him working for Vingegaard, not for himself either. I think this is all for Wout van Aert. I think this is a good situation for Wout van Aert. So let's ask you guys if you think Wout van Aert is going to be winning the stage. We're very close to 1,000 people in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from as well, with a flag in the chat. But right now we got Matteo Jorgensen absolutely just keeping this going. Jorgensen, the American, former top 10 finisher at the Tour de France, and double Paris-Nice winner since moving to Visma Lease bike, is absolutely just pushing this on as much as possible. And yeah, right now there's a lot of riders. There's a lot of riders thinking about the win here. Will Wout win the stage? Will Wout van Aert win the stage? That's the question now placed before you all. Are we going to see a stage victory from Wout van Aert? Is that going to happen? But for the time being, many of you thinking that Tadej could be involved in this. He's very good. Very good sprint as well. Remember, he's been there in Milan-San Remo. He's taken sprints before, but we'll see. We'll see if he's got this in him. Tadej Pogacar has currently got 30 stage victories in his Grand Tour career. That is absolutely incredible. Jorgensen is the only one in this group who has never won a stage of the Tour. Matej Mohoric has 3 Tour de France stage wins. Matteo Trentin also has 3. And Wout van Aert is looking for that 10th elusive stage win. So many second places for Wout van Aert, but will this be a first place? They're coming towards the Place de Concorde again. They've got less than 18 kilometers to go. There's one more lap to go when they cross the finishing line here. So this is absolutely electric. This is scenes we're seeing in front of our eyes. Dramatic scenes on this climb. Dramatic scenes on so many things here. This is very, very impressive what's been going on here in front of us. But what on earth can happen here? Are we going to see Wout van Aert try something? Ballerini just gets to the front. He's not too keen to get the second group back in this. The second group, 17 seconds down. So the Astana rider is thinking about the UCI points, maybe getting the stage win as well. So Matteo Trentin and Tadej Pogacar used to be teammates as well at UAE Team Emirates a few years ago. So yeah, that's a funny picture as well. Wout van Aert and Tadej Pogacar, they have a bit of a rivalry in the cobblestone section, or the cobblestone races. But Tadej is looking very poised. He's looking motivated for this. Is this going to be a stage win for him? We will wait and see. But 17 kilometers to go. Final lap of this year's Tour de France. Yeah, this is very, very impressive now. Less than 17 kilometers left of this year's Tour de France. Who's going to be winning this? That is the big question. This will be very interesting. Tadej Pogacar putting himself in the best position to maybe win another stage add his 22nd stage victory in the Tour de France already at only 26 years old. He's almost got more stage victories than he's got years on this planet. But the GOAT in the making, he's still at the front here. They're taking turns now. The relaying, he's got his Slovenian countryman of Matej Morahic on his wheel. 16 kilometers to go. Matej Morahic, a former UAE rider. Wout van Aert, never been at UAE. Matteo Jorgensen, never either been at UAE. So there's three riders who've been at UAE Team Emirates. Ballerini, never either. But 15.8 kilometers. They are getting very close to the finish here. They're getting up to the Arc de Triomphe once more. The final bell comes. The final bell comes. This is it, guys. We are going to see history in the making. Who's going to be winning this stage? Who is going to be winning this very new, innovative stage of this year's Tour de France? We'll wait and see. But they're absolutely riding this hard right now. They're absolutely just gearing up for what could happen. Are we going to see a stage victory from any of these riders? We'll wait and see. But great to have 1,000 people in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from and smash the like button if you haven't already. There is a lot of things that can still happen here on this stage. Who's going to be winning it? That is the big question. There's a very elite group up the road, but I think that second group are starting to lose touch here. 25 seconds now. They come under the Arc de Triomphe now. Under the Arc de Triomphe. This is it. This is the final moments of this year's Tour de France. We are seeing in front of our very eyes here. What is going to happen? Tadej Pogacar in there. Matteo Trentin in there. Wout van Aert in there. Ballerini in there. Matteo Morahic in there as well. And Matteo Jorgensen as well. But are we going to see a stage victory? That is the big question. For Wout van Aert, I'm going to vote for yes. I've surprised many of you. I think he might be winning this stage. We could well and truly see the Belgian take this win. Tadej Pogacar riding in third or riding out towards the back here. Is he just going to call it quits? Has he got anything left in the tank? Is he going to do something? We will see. But Tadej Pogacar has been very animated almost from start to finish of this year's Tour de France. And they're getting past the Arc de Triomphe, that classic photo that is very iconic with the Tour de France on the final stage. And the riders behind, they will want to get this back. There's plenty of fast men there, but they are starting to lose touch. 28 seconds. 28 seconds. Are we going to see Tadej Pogacar do something? We'll wait and see. So many riders are looking interested in this. Is this going to be a stage victory from Tadej? Is it going to be a victory from Wout? So many narratives are playing out here on the stage, but who is going to come out on front? 13.9 kilometers. They are coming very close here. 13.7, shall I say. But right now they're looking around. Nobody wants to do too much effort here. They know there's going to be one more kick on that final climb. They want to make sure that they've got a bit of energy to resist any acceleration done by Tadej Pogacar. They know that ferocious punch can come. That punch that has won many races this year. The Tour of Flanders, La Flèche Wallonne, Liège-Bastogne-Liège. You say it and he's almost won it. But for the time being, it's looking very animated here at the front. Tadej Pogacar absolutely getting involved. Getting his elbows a bit wet. Not too shy to get involved in this. So a very, very good effort by him to really get involved in the front end. But 13.3 kilometers still to go. We're seeing, we're seeing Florian Lipovic just struggling a bit as well. Florian Lipovic struggling with it. And you can just see how wet it actually is. Absolutely scenes here in the final stage. Group 2 dynamics is happening behind, and that's because no one really has too many teammates, and obviously other riders have riders within there, so they're not really working well together in that second group. 30 seconds right now. We will wait and see if something can happen here. But Matteo Jorgensen is absolute an asset here for Wout van Aert, because that second group is not really able to do anything. That second group is looking at each other. They don't really want to go anywhere. And they're doing a very good job just to keep this momentum on, keep this going. And Tadej Pogacar, 12.6 kilometers left of this stage. Is he going to be able to win a famous victory here? We will wait and see. But for the time being, It's a very, very close one for these guys. Pogacar, Ballerini in there as well. Matej Morahic, Wout van Aert, Matteo Trentin. All these guys could be winning a stage of the Tour de France. So, yeah, we will see. We will see what happens here. But, 12 kilometers left. Lotto are trying to work this right now. Lotto really trying to work this. Yeah. But yeah, 35 seconds here. 35 seconds still at the front. But they are just pushing on right now. 11.8 kilometers to go. 1 minute and 24 seconds for the green jersey. So he's out of play. I think the second group as well might be out of play at this rate. Because Matteo Jorgensen is giving his all. He flicks the elbow, says, come on, Matej Morahic, I see you, do something. And right now, they are just pushing on here from behind. Ballerini as well, trying to give something, anything he's got left in the tank. Really just wants to help do something. We'll see if they can just help this as well. But we're getting very close to that final climb. Remember, it is topped out with 4 kilometers to go. That is when it really is at the high point. So they are doing everything in their power just to absolutely keep this going, keep the momentum on, keep the distance between themselves and the guys behind as much as possible. They're really just upping the tempo here. 11.2 kilometers to go. 11.2 kilometers to go. There are a lot of fans out here with raincoats, and with the scenes we're seeing, Pogacar, Ballerini, Matteo Jorgensen, Wout van Aert, and Matteo Trentin. This is a very, very strong group. There's a lot of monument success. There's a lot of Grand Tour stage wins between these guys. And let's see what Jorgensen will be able to do. Is he going to try and do an attack and then they will force him to close? Will Wout van Aert have enough in the bag? Oh, yes, there we go. Jorgensen attacks. Jorgensen attacks. Jorgensen tries to attack, but that's not going to be let up the road by Matej Morahic. He gets on that like hair on soap, doing his best to really keep this momentum on. Right now, they're powering up this climb. They're not the climb, powering up this road. These corners are very, very wet here. Very wet. If you get it wrong, you're definitely not going to have a good day here today. You're going to hit the curb. But right now, Matteo Jorgensen at the front. Morahic at the second place. Ballerini wants to stay up towards the front as well. But Tadej Pogacar riding third wheel here. I think Tadej Pogacar is just going to absolutely hammer throw them here on this climb. He's going to accelerate as hard as possible, like his life depends on it. So we'll see if this is enough. But Wout van Aert, we know, is a very big engine. He normally has got Tadej a bit under control in these sorts of gradients, but we're inside the last 10 kilometers here. Inside the last 10 kilometers. Very, very interesting this. Very interesting what will happen here. But they are really just keeping the pressure on for as much as possible. Lotto trying desperately, but it's 46 seconds. It's a little too late here. So what could have been for Arnaud Delis and Lotto, they absolutely let this go, unfortunately. They absolutely let this go. But Tadej Pogacar is still very involved in this. Is he going to try and do something? A thunder punch in the neck of Wout van Aert. Is that coming up on this next climb? 9 kilometers still to go of the stage. They're coming ever closer to that final ascent up the climb. This is a very interesting stage. It really has delivered, we have to say. Really has delivered. The organisers were right to try it. Commiserations to the sprinters, but maybe Wout van Aert can take it on behalf of the sprinters. They're coming around one of the last corners here before they get onto that climb. This will be interesting now. There is that stage. There is that stage up for grabs, so it's not a friendly stage, this. It is a competitive stage. We are just seeing Matteo Jorgensen coming to the front. What is he going to be able to do? So are we going to see this happen? We are just going to see this. Jorgensen is going to be the one guiding them into this climb, I think. And strap in. It's about to get real. As Space says, this is going to be one incredible finish. Jorgensen just accelerating hard as well. Are they just going to try and let him go? Wow, is this team tactics by Visma Leasebike? Try and let him go. So Wout van Aert just sits back a bit, but that was pounced on by Matej Mohoric. So a bit of sneaky tricks going on. They did a similar thing in Dwarfstorf-Flandern. But for the time being, 8.2 kilometers to go. Tadej Pogacar just is the man who has to expend a bit of energy to get these two riders back here. So Matteo Jorgensen almost was getting up the road. But Tadej Pogacar just does his best to get back here. Just really trying to keep the pressure on as well. Wants to make sure that nobody gets up the road. Really just keeping this pace on. Who's going to be winning this stage? That is the big question. Great to have 1,200 people in the chat. Smash the like button as well if you haven't already, and subscribe. We got over 56,000 subscribers today. But that aside, 7.8 kilometers left here. 45 seconds is the second group. Needs to get back, but I don't think that is going to happen. Wout van Aert, Matteo Trentin and Jorgensen, they're trying to get up the road here. So the two riders, the two Matteos, trying to get up the road. But that is pounced on by Tadej Pogacar. He is trying to mark this completely. This is absolutely incredible to see what's happening here. Matteo Jorgensen trying everything in the bag to get this up the road, but it's not looking like he's going to get up the road here. Stage win up for grabs. Will Tadej Pogacar just hammer punch them here in the throat? I think we are going to see it. It feels like it. Tadej is at the front. That's not where you want him up towards a climb like this. 7.2 kilometers still left of the stage. This is going to be nervous times for many of the riders. Can Wout van Aert just hold the acceleration that's coming in by Tadej? Tadej is on the climb now. The final climb, the final categorized climb of this year's Tour de France in Paris. And Tadej, is he going to do what we're all thinking here? This is going to be interesting. Tadej Pogacar absolutely upping the tempo now. This is going to be animated. Is Wout van Aert going to be able to hold this acceleration? The riders from behind probably a bit worried about this as well. Absolutely doing the best to do this as much as possible, but we're coming around the corners. Wout van Aert, Tadej Pogacar. Pogacar looks around. Is he just going to sit down and do one of his seated attacks? We saw that acceleration in Liège, Bastogne-Liège. 4%, it goes up to 6%. Remember, it's going to twist and turn this gradient. Wout van Aert doing everything. This former world cyclocross champion doing everything to keep the hold of the Tour de France winner of 2025. Matteo Jorgensen is struggling. 560 meters to go. Tadej really just upping the pressure here. Tadej upping the pressure. He really just wants to get rid of everyone. He wants that 22nd stage win, but Wout van Aert wants his 10th win. But is he going to be able to dislodge him? Wout van Aert just attacks hard here. He responds. Wout van Aert attacks. Wout van Aert attacks. What Jonas couldn't do, and Wout van Aert attacks. He tries to get rid of Tadej Pogacar. These two juggernauts of the sport fighting on Monmatre. This is absolutely delivering. Wout van Aert is dropping Pogacar. Wout van Aert has just ridden away from Pogacar. Nobody's done this in this year's Tour de France. Wout van Aert has just been distancing Tadej Pogacar. Pogacar has absolutely been distanced. Oh my goodness. Tadej Pogacar has been distanced on a categorized climb. But Wout van Aert, he's got about 70 meters to go. He's going to pick up the last categorized point of this year's Tour de France. Wow. Wow. But it's not over, guys. It's not over. We still have a run-in to go. 6 kilometers. Wout van Aert. Absolutely incredible. Apparently, I'm a Visma Lease bike fan. I'm not a fan of any team. I'm very neutral. But Wout van Aert, incredible to see. I'm a Mathieu van der Poel fan, so actually I should be against Wout van Aert. But Wout van Aert absolutely getting this up here. Wow. He's got about 7 seconds on Pogacar. Obviously, Pogacar can fight back pretty well. So the yellow jersey, incredible stuff here. It looks like we are on the verge of a 10th win for Wout van Aert. What a supreme ride by him. Absolutely throwing back here. And imagine if we still have Mathieu van der Poel in here. Him and Mathieu doing that with Tadej Pogacar. That would be absolutely accelerating as well. But 5.3 kilometers to go of the stage. 5.3 kilometers to go. It's not over yet. Tadej Pogacar, one hell of a time trialist, so maybe he can get this back into play. Wout van Aert, of course, one of the best cyclocross riders in the world. He knows what it's like to do this. And yeah, we will wait and see what happens. Wout van Aert doing everything he can to just completely go on here. Yeah. Wout van Aert, 4.7 kilometers to go, 10 seconds he's got on the yellow jersey. I'm not a Visma fan, guys. I don't know what is going on here. But yeah, 4.5 kilometers to go, 10 seconds, 10 seconds, 11 seconds for the yellow jersey. So Pogacar still got a bit of time to make up if he's going to be able to do it. Pogacar is still not over. 4.3 kilometers is a long way. And right now we're seeing so many riders just scrambling to get into the higher positions of the stage. Great to have so many people in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from as well. And wow, Wout van Aert, 40% of you said yes. But Tadej Pogacar looks like he's going to be caught by the second group as well. The group that I used to be part of. So maybe they can get a bit organized and maybe they can get back to Wout van Aert here. Of course, Matteo Jorgensen is going to be a bit of a paperweight. He's an anchor. He's not going to be doing anything at all here, the American. Wout van Aert, this will be a happy moment for Visma Lease a Bike. They will not only have the team classification sewn up, they will also have Jonas Vingegaard on the podium, and then they will have as well Wout van Aert winning on the Champs-Élysées for the second time in his career. A very, very good win by him. But Wout van Aert fighting on here. Wout van Aert fighting on as much as possible. He knows it's not over. He knows it's not over here. So Wout van Aert really, really hitting out right now. Doing his best. Doing his absolute best to do something. But Wout van Aert and Tadej Pogacar, real big battle there. Real big battle. But yeah, incredible moment that. Imagine if you were there and saw that. But they are part of that top 6, top 5. Are we still including Roglic in this? But the Galacticos having a Galactico battle at the front of the Tour de France on the final stage, on stage 21 of the Tour de France. That was really good to see. 2.6 kilometers to go, 16 seconds now. Wout van Aert just not over. Wout van Aert, an incredible time trialist as well. And we're getting very close to 400 likes, so make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. So many of you have subscribed today, which has been very, very kind of you. We're getting ever closer to the next milestone. We hit 56,000 subscribers today. Can we get close to the next one? But for the time being, 2 kilometers to go of the stage. Wout van Aert really pushing on here. Wout van Aert really pushing on. Is he going to be able to do something? We'll wait and see. But Wout van Aert pushing on like his life depends on it. He's riding that bike like he stole it. Wout van Aert, can he just take another one? Yeah, this is looking good now. 20 seconds. Tadej obviously just not going to be doing too much here. Yeah, he really went to the limit there. And Wout van Aert coming out of his shadow and really thunder punching him in the throat. We thought Tadej was going to be the one doing it. Yeah, so we'll wait and see. But Wout van Aert, the climb wasn't too hard as well. We were saying that. Wout van Aert actually has the record on Strade Bianche on that climb. But 1.3 kilometers to go here. Tadej Pogacar, what is going to happen? He's just taking it a bit easy as well. There are minor positions up for grabs. But yeah, this is looking very interesting right now for Wout van Aert. Many people have criticized him this year. He's come back from a lot of injuries. The Olympics, he crashed there. Vuelta a España, he crashed there. He also crashed in another stage race. And this year, coming back, getting up there in the classics, not taking any victories in a while. But yeah, certainly a very, very strong rider. And it looks like he's going to add his 10th victory to his Tour de France record, ending that drought from 2022. And Wout van Aert is just absolutely motoring up this. The Red Bull sponsored athlete looking behind. Visma Lease a Bike are going to be very, very happy, elated about this. They're going to take 2 stages of this year's tour, and they're going to take the team classification with the 2nd place in the podium. So yeah, consolation prize for them for sure. Didn't take that yellow jersey that they would have wanted, but this is certainly going to be a big day. Wout van Aert, this is one to remember. Absolutely riding the yellow jersey off his wheel. The man that they say is the GOAT incarnated, the new GOAT of the sport in the making. but he is going to be winning here. He won in Champs-Élysées in 2021, and now Wout van Aert is going to be saluting the crowd. He wins this stage, his 10th Tour de France stage of his career. Absolutely remarkable. He stands up and salutes the crowd, winning on Champs-Élysées. And we wait and see what's going to happen behind. Visma Leasebike, a second stage win after Simon Yates. Winning is very, very good. But right now behind, Ballerini hits out. What could have been for him? But vital UCI points for Astana. And Matej Mohoric takes third place. Tadej Pogacar salutes the crowd. Not with his team like we're so used to with the yellow jersey. But he takes fourth place. And Matteo Jorgensen takes the top 5 as well. We'll just wait and see what happens here behind. But of course, these places are a bit meaningless now because the GC was gone. And Matteo Trentin inside the top 10 as well. But yeah, Wout van Aert getting hugs from the team owner. But Tadej Pogacar, what effort there by him. Really lighting up Monmatre on Sacré-Cœur on 2 of those accelerations. Really, really good to see. And he will be very, very happy about this. This was a great, great piece of work here by him. We're seeing the minor positions. What could have been? It looks like it might be Arnaud Delis here. 7th or 8th place. But Turnison fighting for this as well. There are UCI points up for grabs. But yeah, what could have been for many of these riders in the second group. So many narratives here in this year's Tour de France. And yeah, Biniam Girmay finishing as well. Together with Tobias Lund Andresen, these 2 guys who are very familiar with the Cycling Dane because they both appeared on it multiple times. But Victor Campenaert's coming as well. He did a good work to keep that under control. Wout van Aert just congratulating there as well. But yeah, incredible work there by so many riders as well. Yeah, Squirrel Patrick is saying, did the soap lose the hair? Yeah, I think it did. The soap lost the hair there. Oh my god, that was a good comment there. But let's just get the top 10 as well. I mean, let us know your favorite moment of the Tour de France. This is our final stream of this year's Tour de France, so we might as well soak it in as well. Over 1,000 people in the chat. I've really been enjoying hanging out with you guys. It's been a really, really interesting tour, to say the least, on a number of the stages. A lot of dramatic narratives, but all the podiums are going to be coming. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of riders on the podium. Let's try and get the top 10 as well of the stage of the Pro Cycling Stats. Have got that available to us already. But yeah, what a stage to finish the Tour de France. They definitely finished with a bit of a bang. We're seeing the white jersey coming as well. The GC neutralized. I don't know how we feel about that, but it definitely has allowed the riders to just do a bit of a crazy bit of show there for the fans. So maybe it was for the best. But the top 10 of the stage today, Wout van Aert takes his 10th win of the Tour de France. What an incredible one, to say the least. So ending that drought, like we said, since 2022, adding a second one to Visma Leasebike in this year's one. So absolutely incredible to see that as well. And then, of course, we're having Tadej Pogacar up there really throwing the die as well. Didn't have to do it. They said it was neutralized, but really just wanted to get involved. So absolutely incredible as well. Yeah, we're just seeing the Jonas Vingegaards of this world, the Florian Lipovits of this world that didn't get involved in this. They're coming up towards the finishing line as well. So maybe we are going to get some interesting points as well. We've got the Welter coming up as well. There's plenty of videos coming up on the Cycling Dane channel and the Cycling Dane Extra channel as well. Tomorrow, post-race tour videos. We love to see that, of course. And then all through the week, we'll have some good content. And then also with an eye of the Vuelta a España soon as well. Thank you, Vera, as well, for a bit of coffee money as well. It's too kind. We've got the competition for you guys, community members. That will come out tomorrow as well. But yeah, for the time being, yeah, thank you to every single one of you. Of course, we'll still waiting for a few riders. Geraint Thomas is going to cross the line as well. It's going to be his last ever tour finish. So a last ever Tour de France for Geraint Thomas. Sad to see him go, of course. Great history with the race. Winning many stages. Winning the yellow jersey. Winning on the top of Alpe d'Huez. But yeah, he's coming towards the finish as well. Many riders just giving each other a bit of a clap on the back. They made their way all the way from Lille, all through the 21 stages and to Paris. I mean, that is impressive as well. But Geraint Thomas, this is going to be an emotional one for him. He's going to be crossing the finishing line, and this is quite a chapter closing moment for him as well. So we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see what happens in him. Yeah. So are we going to see something happening here? We're seeing Tadej Pogacar with his girlfriend Ushka, who was snubbed for the Tour de Femme, but I'm pretty sure she's happy about that right now, supporting her man in yellow. And yeah, what an effort from Tadej Pogacar. Four Tour de France's already, really just destroying the record books every year. Honor Demar, we're seeing him coming towards the finish as well. Arkea, what could have been for them? But yeah. Yeah, incredible to say. But Ineos Grenadiers saying goodbye to one of their talisman. He was part of this Team Sky team, or not goodbye yet, but goodbye in terms of the Tour de France setting. Geraint Thomas bowing out of his Tour de France career. Many Tour de France's under his belt. At Tour de France in 2018, a second place as well that people forget about in 2019, where it was a 1-2 for Ineos at the time. But we're seeing riders come thick and fast as well. Intermarché desperately wanting something out of this, but not quite happening, unfortunately, for them. Movistar as well didn't quite manage to end that drought. Jonas Vingegaard coming here almost 7 minutes down. So Jonas Vingegaard is crossing the line. So I mean, that podium ceremony is going to be delayed thanks to him. So yeah, Jonas Vingegaard, of course, not wanting to attack and get involved in that. So yeah, I don't know. What are we saying as well? Håber alle andre havde et godt Tour de France. Great to see the Cannonball not getting the last piece of cake. So a bit of a Danish comment. We've got plenty of Danes in the chat as well, which is nice to see. Myself a Dane, and Jonas Vingegaard coming towards the finishing line here. So he's going to be closing the chapter on his 2025 Tour de France. I think a pretty good tour. No stage win though, first time since 2021. But pretty good to say the least. Yeah, pretty good to say the least. Yeah. But we'll wait and see what happens deeper into this season as well. The Vuelta a España coming up. There will be Tadej Pogacar, Jonas Vingegaard duel potentially. Maybe even a Remco Evenepoel. But Jens Vogt said he shouldn't go to that race. He doesn't want to get thunder kicked in the face once again. So, yeah. We are just seeing riders coming in as well. We're seeing Pascal Ackermann. A lot of these riders just doing their best. Wout van Aert. What a win. Absolute what a win. And maybe he can do something later in this season as well. Wout van Aert, such a strong rider. Really selfless when it matters. And yeah, what an iconic victory from him. But we managed to pass 56,000 subscribers as well. So thanks to every single one of you who have subscribed, who had checked out all the different videos, the previews, everything. I'm really, really grateful for that. And yeah, it's quite late now in France. So thank you to every single one of you who have tuned in, who've liked, who've subscribed, who've watched the videos, who have donated money as well. It's super, super nice. But Karaoke Kong as well here saying, giving 50 krona. Thank you for that. I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful for all of you doing all this. And yeah, we will be back for the Vuelta a España, I guess. Actually, let's do a poll. Closing poll. Do you want the Vuelta? Do you want me back at the Vuelta? Yeah, but we will see what happens here later on. We got plenty of videos coming up on the 3 channels: the Cycling Day and Extra channel, the Action channel, and the main channel. So look out for that. Do you want Vuelta live commentary? Yeah, let me know. Closing poll. Maybe some of you vote no, but then why are you here then? If you're trolling. So yeah, It's been an absolutely incredible Tour de France finish. I think this really left the race in a good way. And Wout van Aert. Okay, we can't end the stream yet. Apparently, Space said I can't end the stream yet. So we'll give it a bit more. We'll see the podium. We'll see the podium at least then. Yeah, Spain is certainly going to be very interesting. Tadej Pogacar, Jonas Vingegaard, Arensman, is he going to be doing something? Probably not. He was at the Ineos. Garrett Thomas he's going to the Tour of Britain and retiring there, which I think is quite good as well. We need a debrief. Okay, we need a debrief. So let's get a debrief. What happened on today's stage? That is the big question. We had very slow start to the stage, but we obviously saw that coming. We had plenty of riders really trying to hit out, and then we had Tadej Pogacar and Tadej Pogacar and Wout van Aert really lighting it up on the Monmatre. I thought that was an absolutely exquisite piece of effort. When we thought it was down and out for Wout van Aert, Tadej Pogacar accelerating hard. We're so used to that acceleration, getting rid of everybody, and then Wout van Aert was just able to summon his strength, a man who has finished second in this year's Tour de France on a stage, but just couldn't get it right now. But yeah, that very strong group with that elimination of the time as well, that just that meant that couldn't quite happen for some of the GC riders. They chose to tap out. They didn't quite want to get involved, which is fair enough. What are we saying as well? Please interview your countryman of Jonas. Yeah, maybe. I actually didn't meet Jonas on the first day of the tour, or the day before the tour, but he looked very concentrated, so didn't quite want to disturb him. But I got a picture anyway. That was funny. But let's just get that image on the screen as well, where incredible attack there by Wout van Aert. Whoever's calling me a Visma fan, I'm not a Visma fan. It's such baseless accusations. But we're seeing we could do a vote there as well. Am I a Visma fan? Thank you, Altafari, as well. Kind donation there as well. But this was the moment. This was the moment when we saw Tadej Pogacar realizing that he wasn't the hammer today. That the hammer was Wout van Aert. Wout van Aert, the hammer today. Absolutely impressive ride by him. But what could have happened? What could have absolutely happened if we had Mathieu van der Poel in here? Quinn Simmons comes across the line. So, I mean, that chat of him being the winner, that doesn't look like it's going to happen here. But, interesting stage. Did it live up to, do you want this stage again next year? Do we want to see this stage next year? Do I want to see this stage next year? I feel sorry for the sprinters. And, Alan as well saying, my wife and I enjoyed your play-by-play commentary. Thank you very much for that. And it's so good to have so many of you across the world. It's really been entertaining. And we'll see. Okay, Robert Shark thinks I'm a Visma fan. Many of you think, okay, we could do that as well. Do you think I'm a Visma Lisa Bike fan? I just don't like to see the dominance. I want to see a ding-dong battle. I think this should probably return to being a normal sprinter stage, I think. I would hope they do that. I feel sorry for the sprinters. There's two editions of sprinters that have not tasted or been able to compete for the stage. So, I don't think this will. I think this is a novelty. I think it's a bit of a homage to the Olympics last year. Healy coming towards the finish line as well. The Super Combativity Award rider. Absolutely taking it easy. The Irishman finishing inside the top 10, winning a stage as well. Absolutely incredible Tour de France by him and EF Education Easy Post. So, I guess we are going to see the podiums coming soon as well. Tadej Pogacar, Jonas Vingegaard, and Florian Lipowitz. Lipowitz, the first German in many years to finish on the podium. But Tadej Pogacar, incredible that, yeah, a fourth victory. Great for Red Bull as well to get that white jersey on the podium, as Swoosh Kid says in the chat. But yeah, absolutely remarkable finish to this year's Tour de France. There's been a lot of interesting moments. We've got plenty of videos dissecting that coming up on the channel, so look out for that as well. But yeah, what an absolutely astonishing finale to this year's race. And yeah, I think this is it, guys. This is it for this year's Tour de France live commentaries. I've enjoyed every single one of you who've tuned in, every single one of you who've subscribed, liked, commented. Our chat is second to nobody. It is a very fun chat, and you guys have really continued the banter all the way through, so I really appreciate that. I'm looking forward to the Vuelta a España. But anyways, with that, that's basically it for this video. If you want to see more Scott doing silly things, I'll drop the penny farthing video in the chat as well. So that can be your next point of call if you want to see that. That is London to Paris on a penny farthing. But a lot of things coming up on the channel, so more of a reason to stick around and stay subscribed. But for now, thank you to every single one of you. Hope you have a good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And I will see you all again. Yeah, when? Probably tomorrow, but